Raider! Oakland, L.A., Oakland, Vegas, Raider Nation, wherever, forever! You got your old Uncle Mosh and Raiders Fan Radio from Murf's Man Cave, taking a lighter journey into the dark side. Sit back, put your feet up, pop a top, and enjoy the ride. Here we go!
Look left, look right, Biletnikoff, a leaping pass, touchdown!
We miss you, we love you, and we'll see you in the Hall of Fame.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players, you have a great organization, and you tell them one thing, just win, baby.
Way up the middle, intercepted Filipiano at the 50, high running down, Oakland football, and I think Oakland victory.
The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play. Well, I love this team. I think this team can win. I think this team can win.
What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murf back once again for what we hope to be a fantastic episode of Raiders Fan Radio, episode number 148 of Raiders Fan Radio, coming to you live from Murf's Fan Cave. Man, we got so much fun stuff to talk about tonight. Can't wait to get to the show. We're going to talk about everything we did this weekend out in the Bay, our time at the Biletnikoff Foundation dinner, our time bumming around San Francisco, Sausalito, Oakland, and San Jose, and then of course the Raider game on Sunday, which was amazing as the Raiders knock off the Detroit Lions. And so we got a full house tonight here in the Fan Cave. And so first off, let me start by welcoming in the one and only.
I can't believe you messed me up like that.
I was doing so good. The man that adorns the western annex of the Murf's Fan Cave desk here, and that is the one and only Uncle Mike.
What's up, Raider Nation? Hang on, I got something for me. Oh, thank you. No, really, thank you.
Yeah, you're applauding yourself over there.
I am so excited to be here, as always. I'm so excited to be here. And you know, just to my south, I got the one and only collector of all that is able to be purchased, Swaggy Jeff.
What's up, Swag Jeff?
Yo, what's up, fellas?
How are you?
Oh, man, I am so good. I just got a text from my wife and asked me if I could FaceTime my daughter because she's fixing to go to bed. And I said no because I'm alive on Raiders Fan Radio. but hi, Charlie, and I love you, and sweet dreams, and I love you.
Oh, there you go. Nicely done.
There you go.
Nicely done.
There you go.
Family first around here.
Yeah. Swag daughter.
Swag Charlie over
Swaggy
there.
Oh,
C,
yeah.
Swaggy C.
Oh, my gosh. I'm just now coming down from this high from this weekend.
I'm serious.
Oh, my
Right?
gosh.
I know. I'm still kind of.
It's crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm not talking just coming down high from walking through.
Oh, from the contact.
tailgate. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? Yeah. There's a lot going on besides carne asada creating smoke out
Oh,
there.
my
And,
gosh.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, we had an amazing weekend. We can't wait to talk to you all about it. And so settle in for that. First and foremost, though, before we get to that, please support the show in a multitude of ways by subscribing to us. And you can do that here at youtube.com/Murf's Fan Cave, where we have an awesome community of folks that adorn the chat room every week. And Uncle Mosh, shout out who's in there tonight.
Oh, man, it's crazy. Adam Hunsinger, Full Metal Mexican, Monster Mash Ken, Rick Avi, let's see, JC, 248 BRM, Raider Ramon, Darth Vader Raider. Let me scroll up to the top since I can do it. Chris Potts, Chris Rubio, Tony Greatness is here. Raider Tim 81. Man, everybody is here.
Yeah, Rev Raider, Big Raider Trucker.
Oh, nice.
Big Raider
Nice.
Trucker.
Nice.
That's awesome. Great to see you guys. Appreciate you joining us here in the chat. And yes, you can subscribe to our channel, smash the bell, hit the like button, as the kids say, and never miss an episode of Raiders Fan Radio here in Murf's Fan Cave. So you can also subscribe to us by a podcast. We are still an audio podcast out there, and you can find us on any podcast service like Apple, Stitcher, Google Play, Spreaker, all those wonderful things. And for those of you that are listening to us an audio podcast, you I'm sure noticed that there was an ad playing at the beginning of the show. You're going to hear one in a little bit, and then you're going to hear one at the end of the show.
Yes.
And that's from this great company that we've partnered with that's going to help us kind of get our show out there a little bit in terms of the audio podcast. So please support us by doing that as well by subscribing
We're official
to us.
now.
Yeah, we're kind of official.
Oh, my gosh.
We've taken that next step.
We really have.
I hate to call us pros because that sounds a little too like that's not us. Like we're fans. But,
Well, I don't want to say that all this happened after I joined the show, but
hey, after you took over the social media directing of this whole thing.
Oh, my God. You're killing me right
kid.
now.
oh my gosh,
That's
it's
okay.
so fun.
You like to have credit, so we'll give it to you.
Well, yeah, I'm all
very-
about recognition.
Yeah, we'll grace you with
Absolutely.
that. Good job, Jeff.
Thank you.
Brought us-
Thank you.
You brought
Thank
us to
you.
a whole nother level we couldn't have done without you.
I kind of like what May Spitfire says. Bros, not pros.
Oh, yeah,
I like
that is
it.
100%
That's
true.
a new tagline for us, bros,
Yeah.
not pros. I dig it. All right, so I appreciate you all supporting us in that way. And when you subscribe to Murf's Fan Cave, you get a multitude of shows on this network. You get this show, which is the flagship show, Raiders Fan Radio. You get the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead Tom and Fitz, although we haven't put that up in a while. You also get Mondays with Mikey and Murf, which we also haven't put that up in a while. And then you get Tales from the Nation, which we also haven't put that up in a while. So basically, you get Raiders Fan Radio. You get Raiders Fan Radio when you subscribe, and so please support us in that way. All right, so we name every episode of Raiders Fan Radio after I always mess this up. How many of these? 148 times I've done this, and like 100.
You need to just start pointing to me.
Well,
Here, let me give him the intro.
Okay,
All
go
right,
ahead.
so, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 148. And along with the numbers 148, we always refer to our guy, Swaggy J. It used to be back in the day, we could go, hey, episode 60, it's all about Otis Sistrunk or Uncle Mosh's birthday. Either one. But now that we don't have folks with numbers in the hundreds, we refer to Swaggy J, who comes up with something really awesome to go with our episode number.
That is right.
To my south, Swaggy J, take it away. Give me a 148.
Yeah. So episode number 148 of Raiders Fan Radio. You know who's great at giving us numbers?
who's that?
And we've used him so many times, but it's because
Tim Brown?
Well, yeah, because he's so good at giving us numbers. So today we're
He
gonna
was
go.
a pretty good receiver, too.
We're gonna
He can catch a ball.
Yeah, he can catch a ball or two. Yeah. So episode 148, we're gonna go with Tim Brown times 2.
Oh.
Tim Brown times 2. So in 1993, Tim Brown had 80 receptions for 1,180 yards and 7 touchdowns. And then, fast forward 7 more years to the year 2000, he had 76 receptions for 1,128 yards and 11 touchdowns, which is his career high. But both of those seasons, he averaged 14.8 yards per reception.
Wow.
There you go.
Give me applause there, Mosh. Give me applause.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good
nicely
job,
done,
Swaggy J.
Swaggo.
Thank you.
Good job.
So I just got to clear something up.
All right. Clearage.
There's a little bit of a controversy here.
Oh, we got a controversy.
A little bit. Monster Mash Ken is claiming that he rubbed my belly at the tailgate.
Yeah.
And then says, I don't think he liked that too much.
All right.
My question is, Monster Mash Ken,
Yeah.
if you touched me, do you still have a hand? Because if you can still wipe your Kulu, then, Mr. Man, you did not touch me. I'm just saying.
So you're saying he didn't rub your belly?
He, now, he'd have asked and bought me a carne asada taco, I might have let him, but
Don't even mention what he would get from you for a donut.
oh, gee.
Hey.
I divorced her. Okay. Hurry up and get to the respect, because I want to talk about Mojo's carne asada.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we'll get there. So here we go. We're in the respect segment. So here at Raiders Fan Radio, we don't give shouts. We don't give product. I can't talk tonight.
Props.
I'm still recovering from the weekend, Mosh.
I got you.
We don't give shouts. We don't give shout-outs. We don't give props. Nothing wrong with those things, but we give a little bit of respect. So this is going to be a big respect segment because we had so many people that we wanted to mention this week. And so first and foremost, and we're going to talk much more about it in a minute, so let's not get in the weeds on it yet, guys, but let's definitely first off recognize the Made Men tailgate. I want to recognize Mojo, Capo, Ramon, Big Raider Trucker, Mojo's friend Larry for hooking us up with the most amazing tailgate. Those guys, I put up a post on our social media earlier this week. We could not be more proud to be associated with these guys for not only the way that they represent, first and foremost, their families and themselves, but also Raider Nation. And they are what Raider Nation is all about. These guys absolutely killed it on the tailgate. We didn't do anything. All we did was show up.
It was
and
crazy.
These guys rocked the D-Lock
took care of us,
tailgate.
bro.
Took such good care of us.
Amazing.
So thank you. Much respect to you guys.
Knock
you
on wood if
you
you're
guys
with me.
rock. Absolutely. It's so good. So good. So speaking of that, we have some audio to get to tonight. And do you, oh my gosh, where is that darn thing at? Let me see. Let me find it here. Okay, here it is. So Mojo called the show this week, but I didn't want to include him in the sea of fans because what they did was next level, and so I wanted to give him a chance to kind of talk to us here at the top of the show.
Murf, Mosh, Swaggy J, Capo, Big Raider Trucker, Raider Ramon. It's your boy Mojo in San Diego. I want to take a minute to talk about this tailgate. Raider Ramon was the tailgate MVP, bruh.
Yeah.
This dude showed up with a grill and the adult beverages. Man, you can't ask for a better buddy to watch a game with, man. That's what I'm talking about. So here I am, man. You know, we get done with our little tailgate, hanging out with everybody, and I'm standing in line pretty much the entire second quarter trying to get a cold beer up on the little screen,
Us
from
too, Mojo.
1978 that's hanging up in the corner of the little snack bar there. And I see the Lions are knocking on the door. They're getting ready to score a touchdown, man, going into halftime. And then old One Hand Worley reached up and came down with the rock, son.
So good.
One
He
Hand
totally
Worley.
redeemed himself. Nah. And then DC dropping that absolute dime to Richard, man. Triple coverage. Did you see him just lay that right in that bread basket? And then probably my favorite play of the game was when little Fro did that toe tap in the pay dirt for the go-ahead score, man. And then we had Raider Ramon taking the black hole selfie with
So good.
Jacobs.
Right.
And then Q getting the action pick with Chucky in his car on his way home. Overall, man, it was an absolute amazing experience. I'm glad I got to hang out with all my brothers from other mothers. Can't wait to see everybody in Vegas. Until next time, Raider Nation, just win, baby. Mojo, out.
Nicely done, Mojo. Yeah, man, and it was epic, and we're going to talk about a lot more about it in a tailgate section here when we get to kind of the whole all the events of the weekend. But much respect to you guys, and thank you so much for everything that you did for us and representing the Raiders and Raiders Fan Radio. All right, next up, Mosh, I'm going to let you run with this story because I think you're a little more familiar with it. Man. We kind of had a hometown hero thing go on this week. So the Raiders will feature time to time a hometown hero at games, and this guy is going to be featured this Thursday as a hometown hero. He's a BART employee. His name
I
is...
thought I was going to run with that.
Well, I'm setting you up. He's a BART employee. His name is John Connor, and he saved someone's life.
Okay, so thank you, Murph. So John Connor has been a BART employee for 24 years. He's like a get-back coach. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice,
he's he's wearing the yellow vest. He's at the line. Get back.
Yeah.
And he says he saw a bunch of Raider fans coming in after the game, and this one young man in particular was just like the rest of us. He had partaken in some adult libation.
Oh.
And he was having some fun and everything. And here comes the train. Everybody's yeah, Raiders. And all of a sudden, the guy falls on the track.
Oh.
He falls off the edge of the platform onto the track. John Connor, without thinking of his safety or anything else, he reached down, superhuman strength, grabs this guy, and pulls him onto the platform with like seconds to spare. Go on the YouTube, look it up, Google the name John O'Connor.
Oh my gosh!
And it was so funny because I saw the interview. There's two videos. There's the security video of the train coming, the guy falling, and O'Connor picking him up and pulling him off.
Yeah.
And then there's the interview of the guy just hugging him. The guy's just hugging him, and then somebody took that, and he's just like so thankful. And O'Connor says his quote is, "I thought the train was going to cut him in half. Honestly, I didn't want to see that guy die." And so he just, without thoughts for his own safety, reaches down there and pulls that guy onto the track. That's a hero, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Much respect to John O'Connor, and that's great. And for any of those of you that are going to the game, when you see that Hometown Hero segment, hook us up with some video there or a picture or something, because we definitely want to acknowledge and continue the respect onto him. Swaggo.
The chat's over here saying that John O'Connor had some Terminator strength, pulling him up off of there.
Yeah,
said, "Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah. Nice. Are you Sarah Connor? I can't wait to see the new movie. I showed my boys T2 the other night.
Oh,
and,
nice.
The new one's a direct sequel.
The new one looks good.
Okay,
Looks
she
good, dude.
she
Yeah.
aged a little bit.
She's like 70
but
or something.
but she aged well.
She aged very well.
Hey, speaking of well,
Her being,
Serbia is in the
Linda-
house.
Yeah, what's up, Vladimir?
Really?
You're our
Nice.
buddy Vladimir from Serbia. There was no segue there. I just didn't want it to pass.
No, that's good. No, shout him out. Shout everybody else out.
Ron made it. Q-Dog's there.
Jack Ramsey, Full Metal Mexican, Just Win
Sorry.
Johnny.
Take over for Marshall Lee Chuck. He was dreaming about carne
Full Metal
asada and donuts again over there.
Yeah, he was. Darth Vader Raider, Super Deuce, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, Pirate 1975, Just Win Johnny, Renegade. Everybody is here. Everybody.
Thanks, Swaggy J, for the fix.
Well,
You got me.
yeah.
For the fill in there. So Vinny takes care of Swag. Swag takes care of Mosh. Mosh takes care of me. It's
It's
a
my
beautiful thing.
My other favorite nephew.
Yeah.
Because all my nephews are my favorite nephew.
Well, yeah.
My other favorite nephew's on, and he's been cussing me a little bit.
Why has he been cussing you?
Well, you guys play all this Madden, and you used to do Call of Duty and all those other things. I play Candy Crush.
You do Candy Crush.
I play Candy Crush. Well,
Yeah.
I'm on stupid levels. Of
Yeah,
Candy
you're on
Crush.
like 3,000 levels.
3,732.
There you
but,
go.
So I was telling my other favorite nephew, hey, yeah, I'm on 3,000. He's on level 107.
Oh,
yeah, and but he's done 77 of them today.
There you go.
I remember my first beer.
Yeah, right, exactly. I go, hey, that's really awesome, man, that you're on that level. And he goes, yeah, and I've taken a really big deuce since then.
Oh,
so I
my
know
gosh. Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. All right, next up here, in the spirit of a terrible segue, we want to shout out Dan Boylan, and I hope I'm saying that right. Dan Boylan, our condolences to his family, and rest in peace to him. So Dan was a longtime member of the York, Pennsylvania. I cannot talk tonight. Of the York, Pennsylvania Raiders Booster Club. He's been on the Fan Club Blitz a couple of times. He was good friends with Chuck Splatterhead McCann, and he passed away suddenly, and so unexpected passing. In fact, he was planning on attending the game in New York and hanging out with our New Jersey chapter of the Black Hole friends up there. So we're going to talk. Do you have a letter now? Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait till we get to the emails?
Let's just do it when we get to the emails.
Let's do it to get to the emails. So we have some info about Dan and that came from Chuck, and so we'll celebrate his life when we get to that. But definitely rest in peace and many condolences to him. And so, all right, so let's go ahead and kick off the first segment of the show. Uncle Mosh, get us some contact information. We'll talk about our trip to the Bay.
All right, boys and girls, pay attention. You got your old Uncle Mosh here with an update. That's right. I got some stuff for you. Take out a piece of paper, a pencil, a pen. Heck, use your pocket knife and carve the info into your dashboard as you're driving down the highway. First off, you need to like us on our fan page on Facebook. That's right. Go to Facebook at Raiders Fan Radio Podcast. Don't forget about the Twitter. You know your old Uncle Mosh, he twits now. That's right. Go to at Raiders Fan Radio. Also, don't forget the Instagram at Raiders Fan Radio. Or what about our website? That's right, RaidersFanRadio.com. Heck, if you want to, you can even email us, show at RaidersFanRadio.com, or call us on the Raiders Fan Radio hotline, 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Don't forget Murf's Fan Cave on the YouTube, where you can get all the show links, like the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz. Find all our stuff on podcast providers like Stitcher, iTunes, and Google Play. All right, did I hit the time limit? Good.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about our trip. So,
Yes.
listen, I don't know about y'all. I'm kind of worn out.
Kinda.
I'm kind of weak.
Okay, so the plan was
Yeah.
we called in sick yesterday, which
Well,
was,
yeah.
which was a legit sick day because we
yeah.
traveled. Getting there, we were
You're
going,
there in like
man.
8. You're in there in 8 minutes.
8 minutes,
Yeah.
and then while we were there, we had. I mean, it was amazing, but we were also there on their time, and then we go ahead and we lose an hour or
On the time
we
change,
gained an hour on
daylight
the time
savings.
change, and then came back and we had 2 hours in Donkeyville.
I was about to say, I had to call in sick today legit because
Yes.
I had to spend 2 hours in Denver.
Yeah, seriously.
Which I love the picture. Jeff was pointing at some of the Denver Broncos stuff hanging up in the Denver airport, and I won't tell you what finger he was pointing at it with.
Yes.
So we had an amazing trip. It was a whirlwind trip. It was 3 days in the Bay, which is home, or not. With our home now is here in Tennessee, but our origin story started in San Jose, California, for myself and Uncle Mosh, and Swaggo was spent a lot of time out there in Southern California, but had never made a trip to Northern California. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of personal stuff for us as far as like closure for our family and how it related around the Raiders in the last game there. And so it was a lot of emotion in it. You know, we're so invested in this team to begin with. There was emotion that way, but just like our connections back to that region and all those things were definitely present as well. So we started off Friday. As I mentioned, we got there quick because the time is in your favor on the way out there. So with the time change, we got on the plane in the morning. We were there by lunch, and we were at our favorite delicatessen having an amazing lunch by lunch.
Oh,
Shout 'em
my
out.
gosh.
Shout them out.
So La Villa Delicatessen in Willow Glen, California. It is our family's been going there for what, Mosh?
As long as I can remember.
As long as you can remember, right?
And their family still owns it. And it's just been it hasn't changed. The only thing that's different is when I was a kid, I remember going in there and there was salamis and provolones and things hanging from the ceiling.
up there. Yeah, and they used to have the big tall Chianti bottles and all that.
They still have the best hot bar around, man. It's crazy. And everything was clicking, man. We got in there and we were waiting in line. The line was out the door. We had to pull a ticket, and this guy comes up and gives me a ticket. He says, "Hey, I'm just passing it forward. Somebody gave me a ticket." So we were like, we got to jump like 20 people in line.
Oh, yeah, we did.
ordered up, and we all got raviolis and bread, and it was just like that was
olives and meatballs
olives and meatballs, and we just went outside and ate like champions, and then drove around and tried to work up another hunger for dinner.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we did because we had to get hungry. Well, actually, hold on real quick before we move on to that. Jeff, as a guy that was a La Villa ravioli virgin.
Oh, dude.
How was it?
It was amazing.
Did you like it?
It was unbelievable. Well, we all got a quart.
We all
got a quart of this stuff, and I
of
think
raviolis.
I finished it in, 4.5 minutes.
I think you were right under 5.
Yeah, and 3 of those minutes I was talking to you.
Yeah, oh no, Google Voice would have never got you.
Never.
Yeah.
No. It was
I looked over once and I go, Swagger, you got to taste him. And he goes, no, man, I just chop it once to make sure it's dead and swallow.
Well, yeah. Oh, it was so good.
They're good, though, right? Yeah,
so
it's
good.
legit.
We only brought about 50 frozen boxes home with us.
Well, we did.
We did.
We packed up that you can buy them frozen, and we all packed up frozen raviolis and brought them home. And we're going to eat them for Thanksgiving this year. And so, anyways, it's the best food. If you're ever in San Jose, California, go to Willow Glen, go to La Villa.
Oh, my gosh.
This is
Lincoln Avenue.
As free of a plug as you can get. They're literally like part of our family.
we need to tag them in this video so they'll send us more ravs.
And we've got pictures. We've got pictures of the plates, of where we poured everything. And Swaggy J might post those on something.
Well, yeah.
So great stuff there. So we needed to work up an appetite because we were headed to the Biletnikoff Foundation dinner that evening. So we took the long drive up through all the Bay Area traffic to get to San Ramon, California, where the Biletnikoff Foundation dinner was. And I got to tell you, we've been anticipating this event for a long time. We knew we were going on your behalf, on all the wonderful donations and support that the Raiders fan radio community and listeners provided to give us the chance to go up there and present the foundation a check in order to help provide for a new facility, which they're calling Tracy's Place of Hope, or actually I think it might even be the Biletnikoff Place of Hope now. I thought I saw maybe some different wording on there. But anyways, it's a new facility, and it's all to go to help young
At-risk
women,
teens.
at-risk teen girls get out of substance abuse issues or domestic violence issues, anything that
would hinder them. Sure.
that would hinder them. And so it gives them a safe place. And it's not just a safe place. It's rehabilitative services. It's educational. It's just this wonderful, wonderful
Yes,
thing. And
yes.
if you don't know the history about why Biletnikoff has invested so much, it was in the memory of his daughter Tracy, and you can look that up and see that about why that's so near and dear to their family. And it's just it's a wonderful thing to be associated with. And so again, knowing we were going to do this, I anticipated it for a long time. We knew we were going to see Raiders. We knew we were going to see current Raiders, former Raiders, coaches, famous people. We knew, but guys, in getting there and seeing it firsthand, despite the anticipation, it hit me in a way like when we first walked in that it was like, in the best way, overwhelming how awesome this event was going to be. Swag?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were just three schmucks walking in off the street from Middle Tennessee, and they had the red carpet rolled out, literally. I mean, we walked through ropes and stuff like that, and we're stopping and taking photo ops and stuff like that. We really did felt like celebrities. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And we were just three jokers from Middle Tennessee, and it was so much fun, and we just got to meet so many people. I'm sure we'll have a list later of everyone that we met, and I think Murf's got that. But it was unbelievable. It really was.
It was a highlight. There was people from the media. There was people from it was kind of cool. There was a guy there singing who was the entertainment who was from Nashville. That was kind of cool. There was Dennis Haysbert. You guys know him as the Allstate guy.
You're in good hands.
You're in
with
good
Allstate.
hands. Yeah.
The Allstate
So
guy.
it was really cool because everybody's like, oh, the Allstate guy. Well, I had looked him up, so I called him by his name, and he was like, stop, turn around. Somebody knows who I am. And me being a theater guy, being an acting teacher for my entire adult life, and I'm like, so we started talking about stuff other than football, about movies he's been in and stuff. I mean, the guy's got an amazing, impressive IMDb channel. I mean, it was so cool. You were over there hanging out with
I met
Shooter.
I met Shooter McGavin.
You sure did. Give us the lay of the land. Describe this thing for the folks that are listening here.
Yeah, so we walked in. We walked in immediately. We bump into Fred. Fred is there greeting, shaking everybody's hand. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate all you've done for us and all that. We walk through. There's a silent auction. There's little
amazing memorabilia.
Amazing.
Yeah.
There was a set of 3 Super Bowl rings. All 3 Super Bowl rings you could bid on. I mean, the bid started very high out of Swaggo's price range, but it was, because I would have bought it. I would have bought it and wore them on tonight's show.
Yeah.
But there was just it was just amazing. It was so cool. And then you walked into to the dinner, and there was tables set up and all that, and a huge stage and all that stuff. It was so cool.
They had a nice little cocktail hour set up for us before the event started, so there was tons of hors d'oeuvres, and this is kind of where everybody was mingling. And this is where we first started realizing that there was a lot of notable figures in the crowd, and so we started walking around and mingling folks, and we met everybody, and not just us, different group parts of us. But anyways, we met Art Shell, which was amazing.
He loved me.
He loved Swag Jeff. We met Dennis Haysbert at that point. I want to tell that story in a minute. And we met Dennis Haysbert at that point when we met the All-Star State guy. Who else? We met Mervin Fernandez at that point. There was then even let's just go through it. Even towards the end of the dinner, we met Raymond Chester. Which was amazing.
Atkinson,
George Atkinson.
Oh my gosh.
Tom Flores. AJ Cole. Mark Davis himself, who took the most amazing picture with Sonny. I'll bring it up here on my phone. I put up a post on our social media. I said, find someone that looks at you like Mark Davis looks at Sonny, because he's got the biggest grin on his face. It's just an incredible photo.
He's staring into Sonny's soul.
Pretty much. Not to mention the Biletnikoffs, who were the most wonderful hosts. Angela
my gosh.
and Fred were absolutely
So
amazing. Who else am I missing, guys? What else,
Kendra
Mosh?
Stabler.
Oh,
There's
Kendra
an
Yeah,
Stabler.
Kendra
amazing
Stabler, we
photo
got
of
to hang
Kendra
out with
and
her
I.
a ton, yeah.
Yeah, and then you hung out with her.
I saw her at the
game.
tailgate, and she recognized me.
That's
she was like,
so
hey,
good.
Jeff, how's it going? Good to see you again. I'm like,
She was
okay.
great.
Yeah, that's really, really
Okay,
cool.
but the
Go ahead,
coolest
Mosh.
thing, before you get to that, the coolest thing of them all is that they gave out these books right here.
Yes.
Okay, and on the books, you open it up and it's got a list of schedule of events. But one of the coolest things were you got all these people. I mean, you got people that have done the live auctions and people that have heads of corporations, and you've got people that have donated money for scholarships, and the silver and black UK guys were there for their 15th year, and they provided a big check. Corporate awards. Right after the corporate awards, look what we got right here. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah, we can.
A little bit lower.
No, you're good. You got it right there.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
Raiders
yeah.
Fan Radio presentation.
Raiders Fan Radio presentation.
And it's Murf, and you can see the entire presentation. You got that right.
On
You
the
got
YouTube.
Murph's,
Yeah, it's on the
Murph's
YouTube.
speech and the whole bit. It was amazing. And
He
then
ca-
later on in this book, it lists donors, and
Yes.
we were there representing
Silver
you guys.
sponsors.
It was so cool.
Yep.
It was so cool. But anyway, and the food was fantastic.
Food was
Oh,
great.
my gosh. So good.
Absolutely. So here's a picture of Mark and Sonny. So look at that look on Mark Davis's face, looking at cousin Sonny there.
Oh, my
He-
gosh.
he's giddy. And I'll tell you what Sonny told him is that he said, I grew up hearing stories about your dad from my dad. That's what he told him. And it's the truth, man. That's what, look, Reader Nation, we talk about all the time about how much this is a big family. And when you start, there's events like this, game days with the celebration of life of Willie Brown that happened at halftime. That's when you realize it really is family. And I'm sure Swag, and I want you to talk about that later when we get to the realization of that for you
Yes.
at something like this. But anyway, so Mosh mentioned that we got a chance to go on and present the speech, or present the check. So after the dinner, which was amazing,
I took.
hold on.
Okay, go for it.
The dinner was amazing. There was one part of the dinner that could have gone different.
Oh!
I'm just saying that.
It was a highlight for Sonny and I.
So there's this great dinner, and they have these wonderful bottles of wine set out on the table.
Oh, my gosh.
And we're not big drinkers around here anymore, but we were doing as the
Not
Raiders
any
do.
less,
Yeah. So we enjoyed a little bit of wine. And as you can see, anybody that watches this show, I talk with my hands.
Yeah,
Regardless.
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
do.
Hey,
I
it's
poured
part of-
myself a nice glass of this white wine, and I'm talking to Mosh and Sonny and Jeff, and we're talking about kind of what my speech is going to be when I go up there to present the check. And so I'm talking, and I knock over a glass of wine vigorously.
Oh,
I boot,
so hard.
I smack this thing, and the entirety of the glass, except for about 6 drops, goes on Swag Jeff.
Wait, it doesn't just go on Swag Jeff. Where did it go, Swag Jeff?
Oh, right in the crotch. Right in the crotch. And I looked at you, Murf, like I've never looked at you before.
No, I thought you were going to kill me. I was
Murph
the first time I've ever been afraid of Jeff.
Oh my gosh. And I'm not a terrifying guy.
No.
I'm not a scary guy.
You were
But I
then.
well, yeah, because you messed with my swag. Because it looked like I pissed my pants, and I'm about to go on stage with Fred Biletnikoff, and I immediately think, okay, I'm just gonna have to sit here.
Well, and Jeff goes, well, so who's going to go on stage? And I go, well, me and Mosh definitely are.
Yeah,
Okay,
No,
that was great. You took it well.
You did.
You took it well.
yeah,
Sonny.
yeah. And I was wearing all black. So
definitely-
Okay,
Yeah.
so Uncle Mosh, I don't do technology very well.
No,
and
sir.
we laugh because Swaggy J, when he was one of my students a million years ago, set up my Facebook for me. So and he's like, okay, I'll be your first friend. So, but I have learned one thing from him, and that's how to edit. So Sonny and I, we were laughing about who when we all took a picture with Kendra Stabler, and I said, no, Kendra loved me more than she loved you. She was on the other side of him. So I just want to go on record as saying Kendra Stabler does love me more than she loves Sonny. And here is the proof. I'm sending it over to Murf.
All right, there you go. So there's a picture.
Yes.
There's Uncle Mosh, and there's the lovely Kendra Stabler. That's right. And she doesn't like Sonny.
She doesn't like Sonny.
She doesn't like Sonny. So,
Oh my gosh!
so after this wonderful dinner that we have this great time, and we see that we're on the rundown, and it's time for us to go up. So we go up, and we're standing on the side of the stage, and we're waiting for the rest of the presenters to go, and then we got to us, and I tell you, I didn't know. I knew we were going to go up there. I knew we were going to have an opportunity to present the check, and in fact, we even talked about we were waiting in line when we first came in. And Fred was there shaking hands like, do we do it now? Like, we didn't know what was going on. And then we saw in the program there that we were presenting. So kind of quickly, thank goodness we're podcasters and talk a lot, because we quickly, with Jeff and Mosh and Sonny's help, kind of pieced together what it was I was going to say when I went up there. And we knew that all three of us were going to get a chance to go up. And so Sonny took a great video of us presenting. And so Lincoln Kennedy introduces us, and we go up there and we present to the crowd. And I'm talking a little fast because I'm a fast talker and I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, you're only standing next to Lincoln Kennedy and Fred Biletnikoff.
After I shook, so I'm going head up. I walk on stage, and it's on our YouTube, guys. But you walk on stage, and Swag and Mosh are behind me, and they're carrying the check. And so I shake Angela's hand, and then I shake Fred's hand for the second time, and then I shake Lincoln Kennedy's hand, and I'm just like, yeah, Jeff, it's less like I'd like this. And I'm used to public speaking in my day job, and and here on the podcast and stuff. So I don't necessarily get nervous going up there, but when you have this culmination of your creative energy and all your passion of your hobby and all these things coming together, like it was a wave of emotion over me, man. It was awesome. And so anyway, so I was a little nervous, so I spoke a little fast, but here you go. Here's what I had to say to the crowd at the Biletnikoff Foundation dinner.
Now we've got a special guest we'd like to bring up. Can I please have Murf to the stage? Murf, where you at? There he is. Just so you know, Murf is an avid Raiders fan. He did a radio show where he raised some money, and he has a special presentation to Fred and Angela. Murf.
I love the music in the background.
Yeah, I got Eye of the Tiger.
What's up, Raider Nation? My name is Murf, and I co-host a podcast called Raiders Fan Radio on the Murf Fan Cave Network. We started this show back in 2013, my cousin Sonny and I, and we did it to celebrate our love for the Raiders and also to celebrate Raider fandom. So now I host the show with the one and only Uncle Mosh and my best friend Swag Jeff. And this year in 2019, we had the opportunity to generate some revenue with our show. And after talking to these guys, we quickly decided we wanted to give it all away. And so nothing better than the Biletnikoff Foundation for us to partner with and for us to give it all away. This is through the fundraising efforts comes on behalf of our listeners, which is Raider Nation, which is Silver Block UK, the Black Hole, all the amazing fan groups from around the country. They're the ones that support this by merchandise sales and direct donations. So thank you, Raider Nation. We love you. And growing up as a kid in the 70s and 80s, I was just in love with the Raiders, and guys like Fred were like my superheroes. And seeing things like this just confirms that. And not only are the players and the organization, but Raider fans, man. You guys are the heroes. Thank you for being here. Y'all rock the Raiders!
All right, so that was the
Man.
that was
Gives me chills, bro.
oh my gosh, and like Fred gave me a hug afterwards. Like I'm telling this guys.
The closest hug. Oh my gosh!
It was closer than Kendra.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was
Freddie's all about some Murf.
man, it was so cool, man. It was such a wonderful. Listen, I'll spare you all the super over sentimental stuff, but I'll just say this: my Uncle Murf, the guy that Uncle Mosh told me to take his nickname and pull for this show, was the hugest Fred Biletnikoff, Kenny Stabler, all those guys fan. Sonny's dad, our Uncle Bruz, was a huge, and these are the guys that I heard the stories from. And then to be standing next to Uncle Mosh, you guys hand a check to Fred Biletnikoff, but then like give him a hug after I just spoke at his awards. It's just
crazy. It brings tears to my eyes, man.
It's insane, man.
Yeah.
It's just insane, y'all. So I can't tell you how proud we are and how thankful we are for you, Raider Nation, for enabling this, because without you all, this doesn't happen. Without our listening audience, without everybody that supported us, none of this stuff happens. Something else that I didn't know was going to happen is they gave us this plaque. So I'm gonna show this off too. Again,
Yes.
this is celebrate. This is you guys, man. Biletnikoff Foundation, Raiders Fan Radio. Your support and dedication have made all the difference in making the Biletnikoff Foundation a true success. Biletnikoff Foundation presented November 1st, 2019. And
Yes.
guys, I got nothing else to say about it because I'm already getting the chills, and I'm going to start. I'll get weepy
That's all
too in
you
a minute.
guys.
Yeah. What, Mosh? You got any final thoughts on it?
You know, it was. I don't get really fanboy about a lot of things, but it was so cool. It was just so cool, and there was so much of it. It's like going into the best restaurant you've ever been into in your life. You know, that you saved up for, and they go, well, tonight it's an open buffet. You know,
Yeah.
right? You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, it was amazing. For everything from the people, and I don't wear you don't wear a suit. None of us wear suits and ties. But the fact that we could dress up and just go there and just, I mean, we were one table away from current Raider players.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I mean, it was amazing. It was so much fun.
Well, and I want to jump in with one too, Mosh. There was a point later on the evening where it was like, Murf, or Mosh, there's Tom Flores, and you went and got a picture. Like, Uncle Mosh, look, there's George Atkinson. Uncle Mosh, look, there's Raymond Chester. Uncle Mosh, look, it was like,
these are my guys,
it was
man.
like, these are your guys that you
it
like.
was crazy.
Yes, and so much, and then I was like, hey, Mosh, that's Mervin Fernandez. And
that was so cool.
And so-
Mervin.
So Mosh goes, we walk up to Mervin, and Mosh goes, hey, Mervin, where'd you go to high school? And Mervin goes, Andrew Hill. And I go, yeah, so did I. And he goes, you did? And I said, yes, sir, I did. I said, did you play for Jack Jermaine? And he said, yes, I did. I said, so did I, the last year he ever coached. And he goes, no way. And I go, yeah. And I go, you know what number I wore? And he goes, no, what? I go, 86. You know why? And he goes, why? Because that was your number. And like right then we turn to Mosh and he takes the picture, and me and Mervin got like the biggest Andrew Hill Falcon smile on our face.
So cool.
I was the best. It was like thing after thing after thing. It was so good.
It was
Mosh,
so amazing.
thank you for setting
no worries.
that up as well. And it just, y'all, it was wonderful. Anyways, you guys finish out. I need to shut up.
Yeah. So you guys talk about, and Murph, you talk about your dad, kind of, explaining these guys to you and telling you these stories about these Raider greats and stuff. How you guys are doing the same for me. I'm like a 7-month-old Raider fan, and you guys are telling me these stories of just these Raider greats, man. And so, I kind of feel like, you guys, I mean, Mosh is old enough to be my dad, but I mean, you guys are telling me these stories, and it's just, I cherish them so much. So thank you guys. And thank you, Raider Nation, for allowing us to just do this, man.
I know, it's crazy.
We did it on your behalf. I wish we could make a copy of those plaques and send them to every single one of you guys.
Right?
This was you. This was you.
Right on.
So it's just it was an experience unlike any other. I mean, literally, bumping shoulders with just Hall of Famers. I tried to take a selfie with Art Shell.
Okay.
And
Tell that.
Okay, so-
let's end on that one because that's funny.
Josh, Murph and I, we go up to Coach Shell, right? And he's a soft-spoken guy. And I go, I said it or Murph said it, I don't remember which, but we handed the camera off and we said, Coach Shell, would you mind if we took a picture of you? Called him by name. And Coach Shell says, no problem. And so Murph and I both shook his big old massive hand and put our arms around him, and we'll post that. And he cracked as much of a smile as he does. And he was like, we had a few little, nice little words. Well, we went on. Swaggy and I went because we knew that there was free food down the row, and he'll eat with me. So everybody was moving around, and I go, Swaggy, there's a couple seats over there. And we look, and Coach Shell is sitting in a chair by himself over
Yeah.
there, just sipping on a beverage, right?
Yep.
So Swaggy and I go and we sit down kind of at a 45-degree, 90-degree angle to him or whatever it was. And, that's Sonny. Murf, you took the picture. That's what it was. And so it's so we go over there and we sit down and he's talking to this person over there and we're kind of in earshot of it. And I wasn't thinking much. And Swaggy J's, he's got that look, right? He's got that look. And so he gets up and he moseys over there and he goes, Coach Shell gets up to move on and he stands up. Swaggy stands up in front of him like he was a linebacker or something, right? And he stands up in front of Coach Shell and he goes, "Hey, Coach, can I get a selfie?" And Coach Shell looks at Swaggy and goes, "Yeah, but it's a quick one." And of course,
he kind of looked at me like, "What the hell's a selfie?"
Yeah. and then of course, Sonny was all over that. Sonny's like, "He don't know selfie from smelfy. What are you doing?" Yeah. Sonny's like, "You
don't ask a
millennial."
Hall of Famer for a selfie?
Yeah, you don't know no selfies.
Oh, my gosh.
It was really fun.
It was really fun. So Sonny just sent me a text.
Okay.
He just sent me a text of a picture because you talked about how Kendra
loved me.
Stabler loved you and hated him. But he said he's got a picture for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's see it.
Show this, Murf.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my God. Oh. For those of you on the audio show, it's Sonny, Kendra, and Uncle Mosh. And Uncle Mosh has got his face text out. So good. We'll continue to put a whole bunch of these up on our social media, but so there's me and Raymond Chester right there. That was a really cool one. Here's speaking of selfies with legends, there's Swaggo with Tom.
Oh,
Flores.
nice.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so let's see what else I got here on the there's Mosh with Tom, a much more appropriate picture. But yeah, because they're shaking hands. Because they're shaking hands, and someone actually snapped the photo, and that wasn't included in the. Here's Mosh with George Atkinson.
Oh,
that's
yes!
awesome. That's a good one right there. Let's see what else we got. I showed you. Oh, there's Swaggo with AJ Cole. Current Raider.
Oh my gosh,
AJ
he
Cole.
stands at 9'1".
He's a big dude, man. There is no doubt.
And let me just go on record as saying these guys didn't just take your picture and move you on.
No,
They would have engaged
they
you.
were
They would
way
have talked
friendly,
to you.
yes.
They would have. I mean, it was phenomenal. It wasn't just a here, let me sign that, get out of here, kid, kind of thing.
Look at that.
Yeah,
there's me and Freddie having a moment
having
right there.
a warm embrace.
That's right. Me and Freddie having a moment.
Yeah,
man.
but you know what? And it's funny that you say that, Mosh, because it really does. We talk. Me and Shooter McGavin. Yeah. That's the background of my phone right now. No.
Did you see what I did with the GIF?
Throwing up the shooter sign, right? That's what it is.
That's exactly what he's doing.
But so Mosh mentioned, it just, you could walk up to any of these guys and they weren't just, all right, take a picture, move on, except for Art Shell with me. But
he don't like you.
Well, because he doesn't like me.
No.
And that's okay. So Mosh was talking about that, and it really, when we say Raider Nation is family.
Yeah.
You know what? It resonates with more than just the fans, man. Mark Davis owns this team. Al Davis's son, and he stopped and talked with us. I mean, for a while.
Yeah.
And he showed up in his white turtleneck and his purple shoes and, just was talking to us, man. And it was so cool. So, from very top to very bottom, Raider Nation is family, dude.
Absolutely.
And it's so cool. And it resonated with me that night. It was just,
awesome.
it really is top to bottom.
Good stuff, Swaggo. Yeah, appreciate you guys, and we're not going to be done talking about this, so we'll cut the segment off now because we're starting to run short on time. But it's that we could do an entirety series on our evening at the Biletnikoff Foundation dinner.
I got to say one more thing.
Okay, sure. Close us out, Mosh.
Q-Dog, the capo.
Okay.
We talked about, just Mojo setting up the tailgate and the cooking and everybody just,
Oh, wait. Well, we want to get to that? You want to go to the tailgate? We were close at the Biletnikoff Foundation.
No, I wasn't talking about Q and what I'm wearing.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, we'll open tailgate with that.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Okay.
So, all right, let's skip over. We had a day in San Francisco. So, day 2 for us. was in San Francisco. So
Yes.
we basically drove around and ate.
Oh my gosh.
We sampled sourdough from every San Francisco sourdough establishment in San Francisco.
Okay, so my ma, Grandma Jenny, the matriarch of the mess, that we call our family, she had this thing. When people would come to town, there was this little bagel shop, and I can't remember how to get there, but she would always say, first thing we got to do is we got to stop and buy bagels, and her thing was people that were new and that had never been to the city before, they always had to eat bagels driving across the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, nice.
Because that's
nice.
that's something you remember, right? So I was telling that story, and so we went across the Golden Gate Bridge, and then we decided, hey, let's just go trip around Sausalito. None of us had ever spent much time there, and it's an awesome little town.
My gosh,
I mean,
cool.
It's just crazy cool. And I couldn't stand it for another second. And I'm like, Murf, pull over. And there was this little store.
I smell sourdough. Stop the car.
I'm like, we had this big old SUV, and he pulls over, and they're like, where's he going? And I just flew out of the front seat, right? And I go in there, and I come back with this loaf of sourdough bread, and I ripped off the end, and I passed it, and it never got back to me.
No, it didn't.
It never got. 5 guys in a matter of seconds, and we're all like, save a bite, man. So, in memory of Grandma Jenny, man, going back across the Golden Gate Bridge, we were eating sourdough bread. The tradition lives on, and I can't wait till we're bringing your kids and your kids.
Oh,
And, when I'm long gone, you guys will go, oh, that's the story that Uncle Mosh almost got killed flying out of the car to to eat sourdough bread as we cruise across the Golden Gate Bridge. And it was a nice day. So we got bellies full of sourdough bread. We're going across the Golden Gate Bridge. Where are we going to go? Oh, we got to go get food. We got to get real food. You got the pick?
I got the picture. So here's me and Mosh toasting our sourdough, headed across the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah.
So
that was
cool.
awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, because after all that sourdough bread, we needed more sourdough
We
bread.
needed more sourdough
bread.
bread.
Yeah.
So we went to Pier 39.
Pier 39. And what are we going to get in Pier 39?
Sourdough bread.
Sourdough
and
bread.
clam chowder
And clam
inside of the sourdough bread.
Well,
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, so good. So good. So we bummed around Pier 39 for a while, went out there and saw the sea lions and Alcatraz and all that good stuff. And then, so that was really most of what we did that day. We kind of hung out, went and checked out one of the fine San Jose card house establishments and gave our.
We went to the coast first.
We went to the coast. Oh, that's right. We went to Santa Cruz.
Because we had only eaten bread. And, of course, we had that little bit of clam chowder, about a quart of clam chowder in the bread bowl. And then we said, hey,
let's go to the beach.
Anybody know where we can get a good pie? And we said, well, there's this one place in Santa Cruz, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from where we were.
Right.
All right, let's go.
And here comes all of you Northeast people talking about how you are the only place that has good pizza. Look,
it may be the best,
but
but
you know what? Northern California has Capitola, and when you eat California pizza on the beach in Capitola, that's cooler, or at least as cool as New York pizza.
And,
Yes.
and what was the best part about the pie? You get a shirt.
You get a
Swaggy J. I thought he was going to.
That was my favorite place in the world. You get to eat and you get a shirt. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was the best.
You get swag with your pizza.
And that's why it's called Pizza My Heart.
And of course. And what was it right next door to? It was right next
Raider
door
bar.
to a Raider bar.
A Raider bar.
I go in there to use the can because I'm old and I got to use the can as much as I eat.
Yeah, you do.
And I go in there and I'm looking around and it's like full of Raiders memorabilia.
It's amazing.
How cool was that?
It's amazing.
So here we go, Swaggo. So speaking of your heart, there we go. Look at. Look at Swag. He left his heart in San Francisco.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you did. All right, so All right, so after our day in San Francisco, of course, the big culmination of our trip was the Raider game, and so listen, we roll up out of the South Bay, we head north down up 880, we get to Hagenberger Road, we get off at the Coliseum exit, we immediately see walking down the street, Q-Dog, Mojo, Raider Ramon, the guys, the crew of the Made Men. We link up with them. We get our vehicles all in line, and we all head up to the Coliseum to go to the tailgate. And so now let's elaborate on it, because this tailgate, not only was it our last tailgate in Oakland, but the RFR Made Men absolutely hooked up the bomb
Oh my
tailgate.
gosh!
All we did was
Now, he
show
said
up.
bomb, not bong.
Yeah, well, there was
That was
plenty of
next
that.
door to
That
us.
was well,
that's
everywhere else.
over.
It was absolutely incredible. Those guys, their hospitality and generosity is just unmatched. And again, I said at the top, could not be prouder to be associated with these guys. And the Raiders tailgates are unlike anything else. But I don't want to tell you about it. I want to turn it over to Mosh and Swag. What do you think, Uncle Mosh? Tell us about what your experience was.
The tailgating it's expanded since I was there last, and it's gone crazy in the way that they've marked off the roads and everything. But the coolest thing was here we're meeting these guys who we've met before. Like we have a relationship with Q. We round into him, but we spent time with him. Excuse me, we spent time with him at the draft, and first thing we do is, of course, we hadn't ever physically met Mojo in person, and I mean it was just great. So we get there, and Q was like Santa, man. Q came up with some stuff, and first thing he does is, Mosh, I got something for you. I've been sitting on it for 7 months, and I'm wearing it.
There we go.
Q knows.
Boom.
Yes.
Q knows that my
So
favorite
cool.
person in the whole world, my Mount Rushmore, Otis Sistrunk. So he hooks me up with this jersey.
That's so cool. Look at that. Look
Nice.
at that. That's the best.
Amazing.
Such a good jersey.
Amazing.
Let me go on record as saying this is the only jersey that'll keep me from pulling my shirt up. I don't want to mess up the number.
Nice.
Man, unbelievable. Hook Swaggy J up with the hat.
He gave me this hat. He gave me this hat, and he gave me this flag over here for the Defenders of Silver and Black from his neck of the woods. So yeah, it was great, man.
We'd had these 2 fantastic days already. Get there, getting ready to go to the best freaking tailgate in the nation, and Q hooks us up like Santa Claus.
Oh my
gosh. It was amazing.
Capo Claus.
Capo Claus.
Nice.
Man, okay.
It was amazing. So for me, you need to switch to your camera, buddy.
Oh, sorry. I'll just leave it on mine. You talk. I'll just keep showing pictures.
Yeah. Just keep showing pictures. So for me, this is my first trip to Oakland. My first trip, my first tailgate, and all this, first and only in Oakland. But man, I don't have words for it. It was just the most amazing experience I've ever had. And when you guys say it smells like carne asadas and weed, you are not kidding.
We're not kidding.
You're not kidding. That's exactly what it was like. And but walking by tents, you could walk by something and be like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. And the guy overhears you and goes, well, come on and get you a plate. You need a Corona to go with it? I mean, it was amazing. We got to go to the Black Hole tailgate and all that stuff, and we got to see. I think Uncle Mosh had some hot dogs wrapped in bacon, which is like,
Q and I.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
You mean that right there?
Yeah. It was all that right there.
That was at the Black Hole tent.
Yeah, and then if you point your camera to me right here, Murf, I got to meet.
Oh, there's you with Gorilla Rilla.
I got to meet Gorilla Rilla. I got to meet all kinds of these super fans, and man, and I got recognized. I'm all about recognition, and someone walked up and said, "Are you Swag Jeff from Raiders Fan Radio?" And I said, "Why, yes, I am. Let's get a picture."
Wait, I got one too. So I was standing there. I think I was standing with Mojo, and I can't remember if it was Mojo or not. And all of a sudden,
I'm wearing
my
Mosh's
shirt.
Wolverine lady.
Nice.
And I hear, Uncle Mosh, I got to get me some Uncle Mosh. And this woman comes up.
Oh, my gosh. It was
so good.
It was so good. And just, walking around. And I walked around with Q for a while. And to tell you that women lined up to take his photo is an understatement. The ladies love some capo. They love some capo. It was so fun.
So while we were walking around, so one of the things that was really cool, so we got to enjoy this amazing tailgate. Then we were kind of bouncing around all over the place. As they mentioned, we went to the Black Hole tailgate. You can see that on our YouTube channel as well. We kind of trailed through there. And then after that, we went over to the A-Lot, and I hung out with the Pillaging Podcast guys. So there's me with Bobby Wasabi and Kenny and Che, who were great hosts and had me on there. And we did their 2-minute drill, which I scored a touchdown. Just, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you do. So there's Bobby Wasabi. It was tons and tons of fun.
Bobby Wasabi was so funny. He came up and he came over all the way from A lot over to D lot and found us and says, Uncle Mosh, I just got to tell you, I got your hat, man.
I got your hat.
And I'm like, hey, imitation's the highest form of flattery, he loved it. He's like, no, man, I saw you with that hat, and I had to have one. So I'm like, right on.
So there's Bobby Wasabi wearing the Uncle Mosh hat. It's so cool. And, those guys were great, man. The pillaging guys, just everybody – look, everybody at the tailgate is super cool. And, Raider Nation's got a reputation of being brash and badass and tough and rough and tumble and all that stuff. But listen, it's all family at the tailgate, man. It's so good.
It was so much fun. We never saw an incident.
No, not the entirety of the game. No, absolutely not.
Not in the lot. I mean, there was a lot of F-bombs getting thrown around, but that was every time a Lions fan would walk through. And they moved quick.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I just, shout out to Mojo on the grill. Holy mac! Raider Ramon just kicked in there on the chat and said, yeah, Mojo killed it. Mojo and Larry were obviously these guys have worked together because there was nonverbal communication going on the whole time.
Yeah.
They're like, and he's like, hey, I could, blah, 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 blah. Larry's chopping. Here you go. I mean, it was like, boom. He didn't even say, hey, I need more. Larry had it ready.
Larry was on it.
It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The food that they cooked they go, hey, let's just do a little breakfast. While the coals are
breakfast tacos.
So we had breakfast tacos, and about 8 minutes later, we're eating lunch.
Oh, so
it was to die for.
It was so good.
And I think I saw you eat about 27 of those tacos.
That was right before you left.
Because
there was 27 more after that. And Raider Ramon just setting all that up and everybody doing it. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Good stuff. So let's shout out some of those folks. So Mojo, Miss Libby, his wife, such an awesome family. Max and Luke.
Yes.
Made Man Max. Made Man Max. He's like, Max is the only one-time caller to Raiders Fan Radio to join the Made crew. So appreciate them. Him and his brother Luke. Larry and his family were amazing. Bobby Wasabi, Kenny and Che and Kane. Again, I'm on their pregame show with those guys. Appreciate the hospitality. Welcome us right in, and they're great. And I consider those guys colleagues of ours and peers of ours, and cannot thank them enough for their hospitality. And should you ever travel across the country, you always got a spot here in Murph's Fan Cave. Monster Mash Ken, Raider Tim, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, who I have in my notes as Quepedo, because it was so funny because the folks that speak Spanish, they read on the back of his jersey, it says Q-Dog, and they say, hey, dog, that's K-Dog. Quepedo. It's so funny. Raider Ramon, appreciate you, man, the hospitality. Gorilla Rilla, Keith Smith, and all of the Silver and Black UK guys. I forgot to mention the Silver and Black.
We didn't even touch on them. We had drinks with them Friday night.
Silver and Black UK Silver and Black UK and Silver and Black Sweden were all at the Biletnikoff Foundation, and big props to those guys. We had a lot of fun with them. David Love was also at there.
Yes,
Scotland's David Love, man, rocking the kilt, doing the whole thing.
We decided that next year we're going in kilts. Q and I decided that.
Nice.
So a big Raider trucker, man, I cannot thank you enough. And these guys are becoming friends of ours off the radio. This is more than just a made men. He and his lady Stephanie, so super cool. And then Captain Jack Rackham, we also ran into. Just want to thank all those people for your friendship and your hospitality. We had an absolute blast. We are running way over on time, guys, so we're gonna kind of mosey through the rest of this segment. Again, we're never gonna stop talking about this.
No,
this is gonna be an ongoing thing for us that we'll get more and more into, and we'll keep posting it on our socials and all that good stuff. Uncle Mosh, I need a breath. Let's go ahead and hit a soundbite and then jump into the game.
Hey, Raider Nation, this is Max Crosby from the Oakland Raiders.
And goes down, and Max Crosby, who forced a fumble last week.
You're listening to Murf, Mosh, and Swag Jeff on Raiders Fan Radio. Thank you so much. Just win, baby.
Nobody enjoyed a good Donnybrook more than sixth-year linebacker Phil Villapiano.
This is Phil Villapiano, and you're listening to Raiders
Fan Radio.
All right, so yeah, we ended up playing this football game, which was the culmination of our trip. And
Yes.
normally at this point, we would kind of go into some of the thoughts and takeaways and get into the analysis of the game. And we're going to skip that. We've got a lot of calls to get to, and I want to make sure we get enough time for our Sea of Fans tonight. But I do want to at least highlight 2 plays. So, number 1, let's talk about one of Josh Jacobs' touchdowns. And the reason why it's so cool is that there was 7 of us all sitting together,
right?
And then Mojo and his family and crew were in another spot. But then Raider Ramon was by himself in the black hole,
right,
in the front row, right where Josh Jacobs.
Oh, he like jumped in his lap.
Jumped in his freaking lap, and he's wearing his Iron Man helmet, and he was able to get this footage of it. It's absolutely awesome, and we're going to play it for you now.
So the only 2 helmets in that entire picture.
Josh Jacobs and Raider Ramon's Iron Man helmet.
Come on.
So cool,
Raider
man.
Ramon. Yeah, Q-Dog says Raider Ramon was on assignment. Yeah, he was.
That was so cool. Oh, what is this?
Q just came on and said, hey, Swaggy J, you got that picture with us and Kendra Stabler?
Nice. Yeah, so that
how crazy was that, man?
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, such a good play there, and
amazing,
and amazing footage there from Ramon, and I think he's posted it on his Twitter. I don't know what your Twitter handle is, Ramon. Put it there in the chat, man, so people can hit you up and check that out because it's a great video to go along with it. All right, so another, we love to feature fan audio around here from the game and from the cheers going on in the game, and so. We got our own, and it was kind of the game-winning touchdown, so I kind of figured I'd play it, especially since it was, like, right in front of us. So, we talked a lot about, at the time, Derek Carr's ability, Mosh, to throw on the run, and his ability to have pinpoint accuracy on the run, and going back to the game in Kansas City where we beat the Chiefs on Thursday night in our color rush uniforms, and Derek Carr hits Michael Crabtree in the front corner of the end zone.
Right.
And back then I remember specifically saying, look, go out in your backyard and run to the opposite side of your throwing hand and try to just hit a fence post. Like, it's
there you go.
The hardest thing to do. And so Derek not only did it once to win the game with Michael Crabtree, now he's done it twice because he did almost the exact same play
my gosh.
with Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow had a little more of a toe tap than Crabtree did, but it was incredible. And it was right in front of us. Like, it was the closest corner. We were sitting in the corner of the end zone, and that's where this play happened. And so this is us reacting and watching that score. That is. Let's go, Raiders! Let's go, Harry! Let's go! Money, dude. So good. Talking about. How about that, Swagger?
Yeah, let's go! We're running out of time. My life is running out of lifespan.
We are running out of time.
He's not just consistent, he's a man of his word.
That's right. Thank you, Rich Eisen. Yeah, we are running out of time. And so in staying with the spirit of my word here, let's go ahead and get moving. So real quick here, let's talk about the game coming up tomorrow night. We've got the Chargers and Raiders coming up on Thursday Night Football. Your Oakland Raiders are now 4-4, and we're facing a Chargers team that this is about the time of the year that the Chargers get good. This is the time after they tank in the first part of the season, they get strong in the second part of the season, just in time to take a dump before the playoffs. And so this is when the Chargers are scary. They've certainly had our number here as of late. They've beaten us at a minimum 2 in a row. I don't know what the numbers are off the top of my head. Is it 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4? Since they played us.
Crazy like
it's
that.
been a minute. So the Chargers have had our number, so it's a big game coming up. So let's first go to MJ Acosta and listen to her talk a little bit about the rivalry.
Thanks, Omar. And the intensity of this rivalry is not lost around here. So on a short week with several guys battling injuries, the Raiders are locked in. With defensive end Arden Key likely out for the rest of the season with that foot injury, defensive coordinator Paul Gunther says they'll do what they've done the rest of the year. It's next man up. It's much better news, though, for the offensive line, as Trent Brown and Rodney Hudson were back on the practice field today in a limited capacity. This is a group that has dealt with injuries all season long, something that quarterback Derek Carr says is a testament to their depth and how coaches like Tom Cable get these guys prepared week in and week out. Now, Josh Jacobs also back as a full participant dealing with that shoulder, and he told me that it's impossible to be 100% on such a short window, and says that this game versus the Bolts will come down to who feels the best on Thursday night.
All right, so before we get to Mosh on his take on the game, Swagger, we're going to go to you because you're the swag guy.
Well, yeah.
There's a little rumor running around the internet about the swag that's going to show up tomorrow night in the Raider game, isn't there?
Yeah, well, a bunch of people were asking the Raiders via Twitter, are we going to see an all-black uniform? I would be down for that. I would be mega down for that. I know there's history and, just the silver pants and the black jersey, but I'd be okay with that, because I'm all about swag. I'm all about needing to buy another jersey. You know what I mean? I think I did see that. I think they are wearing the jersey that Mosh is wearing.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask, and I'm glad you threw it over to him because Mosh, that's the only deviation that the Raiders have ever had was that AFL uniform.
Exactly.
It's an inversion of the black with the silver numbers. Instead, it's the silver with the black outline.
Okay.
Would you, as an old school guy, rocking the one alternate jersey we've ever had, would you ever want to see him in all black, or would you just want to see them go with what are your thoughts on the uniform?
My thing is oh man, I love the white jersey, okay, because when you're playing on real turf, yeah, I love the stains, I love the mud and the blood and the beer, so I'm like, yeah, man, It's so cool. It's clean. I mean, it's awesome. And to see it get all mussed up and Full Metal Mexican says you can never see any kind of powdered donut stains on it.
No.
So
a lot of coverage there. A lot of coverage.
But an all black jersey, to do that
with black pants, would you want to see
black pants, black socks, all black jersey, to do it one time? Come on.
One time before
you leave Oakland. Come on.
Cool.
Your last Thursday night game? Come on.
Yeah, that might be
kind of cool. I'm all about it,
and I'm
man.
kind of a traditional guy. Look, I'm wearing the Real Men Wear Black shirt tonight. I might be down with that, man. I think as much of a traditionalist as I am like you are, why not? One time? It's
not going to hurt my feelings.
Nah, just murder it all out, man. Just go for it. Why not, man? I think it'd be kind of fun. So anyways, we'll see what happens tomorrow. So Raiders got a tall task ahead of them. Again, I mentioned the Chargers have had our number, and they're playing well. But this is, I don't want to call it a must-win game because they kind of all are, but it's an in-division game, and it's frankly a game that we should win. And I think that coming off this big win against the Lions, if we can, that's going to set them up nice for a playoff spot this week, Mosh. All right, so let's listen. You don't want to hear us talk about football. You're here because you want to hear you talk about football, and you want to hear Raiders fans and RFR, the listeners in the community, talk about football. So let's hit the Sea of Fans.
There he is, baiting, looking. He's under the gun. He's caught, he's thrown. It is.
All right, right, so there's two ways to contact the show. You can call us at 909-345-3346. That's 909-345-3346. Weather on the 8's traffic here in Middle Tennessee is a little bit rough. Watch out, 24 has been an accident. Old Hickory Boulevard. A little bit of a slowdown. Taking you about 90 minutes coming in from Rutherford County this morning. There's most everybody that just heard that went, where?
Yeah.
How about this? 880 headed into Fremont this morning. A little bit of a slowdown. A little slowdown by the Tesla plant this today. Okay. All right. So you can call us that way, or you can email the show at RaidersFanRadio.com. That's show at RaidersFanRadio.com, and we always like to feature your emails at the top of the show, and so Uncle Mosh, take us away.
Murf, Mosh, Little Murf, Swaggy J, Q-Dog, Made Man, Vinny, and the Nation. I just wanted to say great job with the Fred Biletnikoff Foundation presentation. You guys greatly represented the Nation and Fan Cave. I'm so proud of your commitment to excellence and way of bringing people together for such a wonderful cause and organization. From a fellow Made Man, lifelong Raider fan, to the Nation and Murf and Mosh, a sincere thank you. Now, changing topics. Just a fun fact about the season. The Raiders are undefeated against animal mascots this season. The Donkeys, the Colts, the Bears, and the Lions. And they lost 4 games to human mascots this year. The Chiefs, the Vikings, the Packers, and the Texans. Like I said, just a fun fact. Now, in my typical self, I was not a fan of the Conley pick a few years back in the draft. With that said, I was also not a fan of the trade we made with the Texans. Conley has had his struggles at times this year, but so has the entire secondary. Worley had allowed just as many catches and yards, and Joyner was even worse than that. I do agree with the zone scheme. I always believed in the late Willie Brown's coverage, just to dominate your guy play after play. This is a different era, I guess, but it seems like we are getting killed in the secondary game after game. Now, there's a big game tomorrow night on Thursday Night Football, with the chance to put us above 500 for the second time this season. The Chargers are a winnable game, and this is a game we need. The offense has looked so much better over the past month. Carr is now throwing his receivers open and throwing with anticipation, and our rushing attack is one of the best in the league. Carr seems to be returning to form, and I can't help but wonder how many games the Raiders will win. I just wanted to say thank you for representing the Nation and ask Q-Dog if Dwayne Harris is making the hit list anytime soon. Anyway, time will tell. Proud Made Man, Jesse in Kentucky, a.k.a. the Refrigerator Raider. Hey,
nice.
So, just speaking of Carr, you know, we talk we're always talking about Carr. Did you know this, Murf? Through the last 8 games, Carr is first in completions with 71.2, first in third down TDs with 9, first in third down passer rating, 140.1, sixth in overall passer rating, 105.1, 7th in the red zone TDs with 10, and 8th in YPA, 7.9. Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Well, wait a minute. I thought he has happy feet.
Well,
Mosh, he can't throw the ball downfield. He can't throw the deep ball.
He can't throw the ball on the run.
No, he's terrible. He's wildly inaccurate. He makes bad decisions. He checks out of too many plays.
Yeah. No, he threw
His ball security is terrible.
It was weird. I thought I saw him throw a ball to a guy named Hunter, and he did a fro tap.
Oh, yes, you did.
I think it was with pinpoint accuracy too.
It sure was.
I think
it sure was.
It was weird. He wore a number 4 on his chest. I don't know if that was him.
It might have been him. I don't know.
It might have been.
Maybe that was Dak Prescott.
What do you got for
me?
Hey,
you know what?
Jake?
Hey, let's move on.
Wait, real quick. I got to jump in.
Jump it.
We've talked a lot tonight about all these people we met. We talked a lot about all these people that we traveled with.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot to mention the redheaded step-cousin. I want to shout him out. Ryan, appreciate you joining us this week.
Yes.
And despite your NFL fandom, which I'm not going to mention on this show, we definitely had a great time spending time with you, buddy, and thank you for joining us.
Actually, he doesn't go unnoticed.
Oh, yeah?
He got noticed from across the pond. I'll get to that
Okay, all right. Nice tease, Mosh.
Nice.
All
Well,
right.
and you know what? I think we're starting to jump him into the Nation.
It's getting there. He's wearing one of our shirts.
He wore one of our shirts. He bought his daughter a foam finger with Raiders on it.
I'll have to find that picture.
Well, yeah, you will. And but
He's getting close.
He's starting to lean that way, you know?
He got a bald-headed redhead.
Well,
he got a heck and forgot his hat.
Well,
He got a heck
oh,
of a
my gosh,
sunburn.
it was so red. It was so red. It was so funny. And you know who else we didn't mention, Murf? You know who else we didn't mention is one of my favorite Raider players, Darren Waller. Murf and I got to meet Darren Waller after the game.
You hung out with him. You
we
didn't
hung
just
out.
Meet him. You laughed and told jokes.
Yeah, we shook his hand, did the bro handshake and all that stuff.
Well,
yeah, man.
Well, I forgot to tell you guys this. Raiders Fan Radio. Sorry, Swag. You used to be my best friend. Here's my new one. There's me and Darren.
Hey.
There's me and Darren.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with silver when it comes to Darren Waller.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, read us an email.
Okay. Ahoy, Murf, Uncle Mosh, Jazzy, Jeff, Capo, our maid man, and more stealthy listeners. During this last episode, the Mount Rushmore of Raiders came up for the first time in a long time. I got to thinking about it, and yes, it is a very hard question, but I may have found a way to make it easy. Now, this may be a bit of a hot take, but hear me out for a second. Who is on Mount Rushmore? It's who someone thought were the 4 best presidents at the time. Presidents. Not generals, not industry leaders, not pop icons, presidents. And it's only the best of them. Therefore, I say the Mount Rushmore of Raiders must be Al Davis, John Madden, Tom Flores, and Tom Cable. Psych! The last one would be John Gruden.
There we go. I like it.
Yeah, heck yeah. These are the leaders of men, the 4 best coaches of the Raiders. That's the only way I could think of to make this question easy. What do you think? Sackbutt.
Sackbutt. That's an interesting name.
I think, and I apologize if I butchered that, but
no, you're good.
I think that's what it is.
Answer that with what we were told about the Mount Rushmore. Remember? About how our Mount Rushmore with 4 heads is way too small. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Who was it that said that? That like the Raiders' Mount Rushmore should not be confined to just 4 representatives. Like it should be like 20 people deep. And even then, you probably couldn't get it all the way. But I do like the idea of like the theme, like taking 4 Raiders head coaches, which of course includes Al Davis. So that's kind of a fun sentiment. Like I can appreciate that. That's a good take.
So we could even take that further and go. Who's your Mount Rushmore of offensive players?
There you go.
Right, exactly.
Or wide receivers.
Or running backs. Yeah, exactly.
Break it down even more.
So you could go Freddie B, Timmy Brown.
Let's move on. We'll be here all night.
Okay, go ahead,
Exactly.
Mosh. Go ahead, Mosh.
Hello, guys. Yesterday, the nation. This is about
Cliff Branch.
Big Dan Boylan.
No, I know. I was
hello,
still rattling
guys.
off wide receivers.
Hello, guys. Yesterday, the nation lost a great fan and a great human being. Big Dan Boylan, a longtime member of the York, PA Booster Club, the oldest consecutively running booster club in the world. He passed away. Everyone I've spoken to from New York and across the nation is shocked. He was at the bar watching the game with them on Sunday, and everything seemed fine. He had sent me a message just 2 days ago asking what lot the tailgate was in for the Jets game. In fact, I have 4 tickets that he purchased from me, and with the permission of the York PA Boosters, we'll be leaving Big Dan's seat empty. Here's what I know about Danny. He was full of Brooklyn charm, LOL. The guy had a heart of gold and was always willing to help people. He loved a few things. He loved drinking beer, making people laugh, golf, pulling pranks, music, and of course, he loved our beloved Raiders. Dan was always eager to offer advice to new booster clubs and black hole chapters and would help in any way he could. We first met him personally last year at our St. Patrick's Day parade. He drove 4 hours with his partners in crime, Bubba and Jeff, to freeze their balls off with us in a snowy parade, having never met us. Back at the cottage, the 3 of them shared decades worth of stories that we could never share on the Fan Club Blitz because they weren't what you'd call family friendly. Many involving legends, my favorites involving Jersey's own Foo. I'll have to retell them to you guys in person if I can do them justice. Dan has been a guest on the Blitz twice, once as a featured Booster Club guest, and once because he just randomly called him. We just randomly called him. And he was gracious enough to jump right in. Since then, Dan and I have communicated regularly. Many times I'd hear my phone ringing and it would be Dan, just calling to share stories or, better yet, to recommend guests for the show. The last message I got from him was, "Hey, Chuck, what was your band's name again? I'm going to listen to you guys today. I need something new. I hope he got the chance to do that, and I hope it put a smile on his face. R.I.P., Big Dan. We're knocking a few back for you in New Jersey. Go Raiders, and may the wind that blows from haunted graves never bring you misery. May the angels bright watch you tonight and keep you while you sleep. Chuck McCann.
Nicely done.
Right on,
Nicely
dude.
done, Chuck. That's awesome.
Much respect to him.
Absolutely.
Much respect.
There's not much to build on from that. That's a nice sentiment, and we definitely want to celebrate his life there. Good stuff, Mosh. Good stuff, and good stuff from Chuck.
Yeah. Next up, Murf, Mosh, Swag. How's it going, fellas? Hope everyone is home safe after an epic weekend in Oakland. Saw the video of you guys representing us at the Crab Fest. Awesome job raising the funds and donating to such a worthwhile cause. I am writing this email on Victory Monday. What a feeling. What a game. That was nail-biting. I was up, I was down, pacing the room, covering my eyes, shouting at the TV. It's amazing how quickly things can change. 1 minute, I'm ranting to myself about Worley. Next, I'm jumping around as he makes an incredible one-handed interception in the end zone. Not a sport for the faint-hearted. So when I turned on the TV this morning and saw the game was being replayed, of course I'm going to watch again. 4 touchdowns, all scored by rookies. I'd say that's a pretty decent draft class right there. Great to see Hunter Renfrow get a TD for the second week in a row as well. Then Richard pops out of nowhere and has a reception for over 50 yards. Great day by the offense. It's clear we still have gaps in the defense. Stafford was getting much time on the ball, but the stops were being made when needed to be made, and we won. And I'm sure Gruden and Mayock are already planning on what to do there. Enjoy the win, Raider Nation. What a great feeling. Queen Haley from Scotland.
Nice job, Haley. The one and only made woman here on Raiders Fan Radio. Yeah, appreciate her with the email. And Haley, I promise your T-shirt is in the mail. It's coming anytime now. I just checked him out because David Love called me out.
Right.
At the Biletnikoff event, he's like,
yeah, he did.
Hey, Murf, where's my T-shirt? I'm like, I swear it's coming. You too, Haley, and we got one that's on the way. Is on the plane now, headed to Paul in Shropshire.
Speaking of Paul,
there we go.
Hey, fellas, hope you're all well and refreshed after a busy weekend. I'll get to the win over the Lions shortly, but first I have to congratulate you on your appearance at the Biletnikoff Foundation. It was great to see you up on stage handing over the check in the company of so many Raiders legends. A really proud moment for you all and a well-deserved. Well done, guys. The video of the tailgate was awesome. Everybody looked to be in great spirits. Kenny, Che, Kane, and Bobby Wasabi were in great form as well. I was as jealous as hell. It was good to see Sonny and Harley again, and a message for Ryan after watching the post-game tripping video. Ryan, you mentioned that you may convert at some point in the future. Well, I saw you in your Get Made shirt.
Yeah.
So I got news for you, fella. You're Raider Nation now.
There we go.
Yes.
All I can say about the game itself is, wouldn't it be nice to win by 45-0? Man, that was a tense fourth quarter. We adjusted really well to being in new surroundings, and the atmosphere sounded electric. There was some outstanding performances again across the board, but standouts for me were DC, David Sharp, and Alec Ingold. It's a short turnaround this week with the Chargers coming to Oaktown, which means, Philip, honey, shall we knock out another kid? Rivers is back.
I'll tell you guys off air a joke that reminds me. Oh my gosh.
I usually don't bust up on these, but that was knock out another kid.
That was good.
That was good, Paul. Oh my gosh.
They've started to find some form lately, so it could be another close one. Plus, it seems like a home game to them because the stands will be full of Raider Nation. You're killing me. It's 1:20 a.m. Start over here, so the coffee pot, so the coffee pot will need to be full flow, but I can't wait. Congratulations on an awesome weekend. Love you, Raider Nation. His Lordship, Paul Egerton, Shropshire, Mississippi, Pauly Award winner 2019, Sizzler scorekeeper, proud made man, one-time winner of the Raiders Fan Sizzler Award.
Nicely done, Paul. Nicely
me.
done. That is absolutely awesome, man. Great job there by Paul. We always appreciate your emails here to Raiders Fan Radio. Appreciate that, my friend. And a great joke about Phillip Rivers. You know what I'm talking about, Mosh?
Put it away. If we're ever going to finish this show, we can't be passing each other dirty jokes.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, next up, let's get to the audio portion of the calls. And we always start off.
Save us, Capo. Save us.
We always start off the Sea of Fans mailbag with the man that represents all of the made men and women, and he is Aaron the Q-Dog Raider.
Greetings, it's your Capo, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, coming to you from the great state of Texas. Don Murf, Consigliere Mosh, Underboss Sonny, Lil Murf, Sergeant at Arms, Big Raider Trucker, Mojo Raider, salute. Raider Ramon, Swag Jeff, Nation. You know, first of all, kudos to RFR for an epic family reunion out there at Lot D at Oakland Alameda Coliseum and all points west of San Francisco. You know, if you couldn't make it, this ought to be a little taste of what's to come for the 2020 draft in Sin City, so make your plans accordingly. You know, as for now, our Raiders are 4-4. You know, we are what our record says we are, and you know what? We don't suck. We beat those pesky Lions, you know. So,
nice.
Yeah, I was going to talk about some other things about this Denver Bronco fan that lives up in Clear Creek Township, Ohio, that was attacked and put down herself by her two Great Danes, but I digress. I'm not going to get into that. But let's talk about baby Cleveland. You know, he was the number 4 pick overall in this past year's NFL draft. And, you know, he hasn't necessarily brought the numbers that are commensurate with that high draft pick. You know, you think about Nick Bosa and how he's dominating with that other team across the bay and went second overall and was a top-rated DN coming up out of the past draft. I mean, we look towards, you know, Josh Allen, who was unfortunately in a 3-4, and how they both have 7 sacks and, you know, are putting up, you know, quite, you know, respectable numbers as Frosh. But the thing is, to Murph's credit and constant point, baby Cleveland, yes, it's Farrell, not Furl, is contributing in other ways besides the stat sheet, like occupying blockers. Yes, I get it, Murph. He ties up blockers to free up other teammates so they can make sacks and pressures. Okay, I get it. He had a crucial tie-up on the Lions tight end in order to make sure that his release was late, allowing Joseph to break up that pass on the pivotal play at the end of the game. But you know what? He got 4 of his 15 tackles for the season. Yes, 15 tackles of the season in this past game. And yes, Gunther's bailed him out and said he's played at other positions other than right defensive end, which he's played 67% of the time. And that'll go up as he's not used as a right inside linebacker or impromptu defensive tackle. So at 6'4", 265 pounds, going up against guys that are bigger than him, i.e. me, I get it. So I'm going to dial back my rhetoric on other draft picks that we could have took before him at 4 and still got him at 21, 22, and 29, whatever the hell we got him at. So respect goes out to, once again, our Sergeant at Arms, B-Dog in a Pasture, Mojo Raider salute, Bobby Wasabi, great to meet you, Raider Homer, Splatterhead, Potts Fitz, His Lordship, Paul from Shropshire, Mississippi, Eye Patch, Rev Raider, Kevin the Raider Nerd, Running Bear, Ron and Alliance, the Mater Raider, Raider 1975, Big Easy Raider. Now, before I go off, I know I've already done my signature sign-off, but I wanted to make sure that I gave a special shout-out. Oh, yes, you know who you are, baby. You set me up at Pier 39. I was waiting for you. I had roses in hand. The London Breeze. I still want to congratulate you, girl. This past Tuesday, you got reelected to your first full term as San Francisco mayor. Oh, you are that San Francisco treat. So, I forgive you, girl. And I'll be there at your post-party this weekend. If you allow it. So, in order to get back from the R&B portion of this call, my never-ending love for that is London Breeze, I want to make sure that I do not forget the hit list. And yes, Google Voice, punch your ticket. You're going to remain on it. You're going to be the poster child moving forward. And Eric Harris, he got to go. And a special hit list comment goes out to the entire city of Kansas City for removing Martin Luther King from all street sign designations on what used to be Pecos Boulevard. Due to the inept city council and then the electorate, the entire population that voted to remove MLK down from any sort of representation. KC, you suck. No.
Just another reason to not like Kansas City, Mosh. Pretty bad.
No.
Pretty bad.
Wow.
So our guy Q-Dog, he got left at the altar there. We saw him. He was down.
Oh my gosh.
He was on bended knee and waiting for London to show up, and she left him.
Wow.
I'm just
wow.
blown away.
Yeah.
What's the Vegas mayor look like?
A lot like my uncle.
I mean, whatever you're into.
Oh my God. Hey, great calls as usual, Aaron. Absolutely awesome. Great takes and always funny. All right. So next up, we decided to narrow down our calls to 8 calls, and Aaron doesn't count towards the 8, and neither does this next guy because he kind of helped me start this whole thing, this Raiders fan radio thing, and that is Cousin Sonny.
Murf, this is Sonny. As you can tell, my voice is still suffering.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, there was 3 things I forgot since stopping doing the show. Number 1, attending a Raider game is an event like no other. The atmosphere, the culture, the vibe, the smells, the sounds, the chants, the scenery, just everything about it is unique and unlike anything else I've ever experienced in sports. I've been to many pro games, baseball, football, basketball, a lot of college stuff. There is nothing like Raider Nation. Number 2, the relationships you establish, the people associated with it. People like Raider Ramon, K. Petto, Big Raider Giuliano, Mojo Raider, Monster Mash Ken, Bobby Wasabi, Kenny and Che from Pillaging Podcast. I forgot about the people you meet when you're involved in Raider Nation, the genuine people that you come in contact with because of this thing we call Raider Nation. And finally, number 3, Murph, it's all just a big excuse to have friendship and unity and relationship. And as I left Oakland thinking about all the years we've done podcasting and all the people we've met through it, and now what you guys are doing and how you put this thing on such a big map that you got to present at the Biletnikoff Crab Fest thing, man, it's crazy how far this thing has gone. And kudos to you, Murph, Uncle Mosh, Swag. You guys took it to a level that I never even dreamed of when we started this dumb podcast. So props to you guys. But I'm reminded of it's all just an excuse for relationships. Let's keep this going. Let's keep it going in Vegas. Let's bring the culture in Oakland to Vegas because we all know what happens in Vegas started in Oakland. I love it. Okay, Pedal?
Great job there, Cousin Sonny. Appreciate the phone call. Appreciate the love, man. And absolutely. And this was, partly your brainchild as well. And so much of Sonny's influence has still remained around here. And I'm sure, Swaggo, you got to see that firsthand.
Yes.
And hanging out with him that, Sonny's fingerprints are still all over this show.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's all about family for us. It always has been.
Always has been.
And it always will be, Mosh, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you and I always said we'll stop doing this when it quits being fun.
Yeah.
We're just we're when you and I have to say, oh well, we got to go hang out and play radio, then we're done.
Yeah. Then we're done.
Yeah. We're done.
Absolutely. All right, good stuff there from Cousin Sonny. Appreciate you, man, and appreciate again your influence all over this thing. And couldn't have done without you. All right, so next up, let's hit the first of our great 8, and didn't leave a name. Let's listen to the caller in the 951.
All right. Hey, how everybody doing? Uncle Mosh, Murf, little Vinny, forget about it. Swag Jeff, I see you, baby. Shout out Q. Shout out to Q, the Capo, the coach and Haley, Rev Raider, I see you, baby. And all the rest of the Raider Nation family out there. Beto, you know the city. You know what I'm saying? All y'all, I hope everybody having a great day. I'm really just calling to touch in on the penalties, you guys. I mean, I just want to know how you feel about all the penalties. We've given up, I think we've got the second most penalties next to Detroit, with like 25 this year. compared to 4. I think, we've given up 25 first downs. I think we only got 4 first downs by way of penalties. And I want to think, do you guys think that are we playing that bad? Is it a little bit of the rest we kind of stigmatize? What do you think? The offensive line doesn't get penalized, and the offense doesn't seem to be getting penalized as much as defense, even though there has been some costly penalties. So, that's just something that I was thinking about. Let me know how you guys think, man. You have a great day, or what you guys think. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and go Raiders.
Murph, sometimes penalties are just a thing. It's a thing for us. Like
always has been, right?
You just don't you don't know it yet, but I deserve a penalty because
Would you do trust the fart?
No, well, you're pretty close. But after spending the day at the Coliseum, I just peed in your bathtub. I saw this great big porcelain trough, and I said, "Oh." And the next thing I know, I'm already in midstream, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
You're not in the Coliseum anymore. It's
I reminded you of the Coliseum.
It's way too clean. Yeah. So penalties happen. Next call, please.
What's going on? The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Big Raider Trucker checking in once again. From Oakland, damn, I've been drinking. From Oakland, California. Sitting in the hotel room right after the game, man. I could talk about the game and how wonderful it was, and we came in with a W, but you want to know what was even better than that is what went down in that parking lot before the game. I just want to say what an honor it was to meet all of you guys. Murf, Uncle Mosh, Swaggy, Sonny. I love all you guys. I want to shout out Mojo for throwing the tailgate, man. It was an absolute beautiful thing. So, I'll forget the game. I'll never forget this. This memory will be with me forever for meeting all of you guys. Capo, Raider Ramon, and thank you guys. That's all I can say is just thank you. It was a beautiful weekend. Catch my flight in the morning, head home, and we'll see what we can do on Thursday, guys. All right, Big Raider Trucker checking out.
All right, so we got to meet up with Big Raider Trucker. This is the second time I got to attend a Raider game, or at least a tailgate with Big Raider Trucker. Met up with him last year as well, and such a cool guy, man. Of course,
it was fun. Yeah.
Everybody that listens to this show knows him well, and he's just as cool, if not cooler, in real life. And his lady Stephanie is fantastic as well, and so we really appreciate them. And man, he's there all the time. Like, they have a family tailgate that goes on, and he chose to make his day with us. You know what I mean? They left their kind of thing they normally do and came over and hung out with us, and so that was super cool. So all right, before we get to the next call, I want to fairly at least answer our first caller's question in terms of the penalties, and I'll make it quick. It's all over the league. It's not just the Raiders, and look, we're accustomed to an abnormal amount of penalties, but it's just the league this year is just really funky.
It's goofy, man.
The officiating this year has not been.
Yeah, it's
been
really
well.
weird.
It's really funky, and it's almost like, don't you guys feel like the refs are actually protesting this whole pass interference flag thing? Because they don't get, especially we as the Raiders, we don't get any of them.
No.
Like, blatant pass interference calls, you throw the flag, and it's supposed to be, what's the word I'm looking for, Mosh? The undisputable evidence, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's there, but they still don't give you the damn flag.
Yep.
It's like the refs are protesting. It's silly.
Yep.
Well, they're bothered by the fact that so that's one of the things about when you go to sports that have the human element in it, and then and the NFL's trying to take that out of it by having replay, by having these things that they can do. I don't know. I mean, you would have to go to somebody a lot more in tune with collusion and with things that maybe might be a little bit,
So I need to hit Mikey up.
So you got to hit Mikey up.
Yeah, we got to hit Mikey up. All right, let's go. Next up, let's hear from our buddy Daniel in Fremont, first-time caller.
This is Daniel Mangus from Fremont, California. Very first-time caller. I'm calling to tell you, first of all, Murf, you made my night. Liking my tweet and giving me the number made my night as one Raider fan to another, one East Bay kid to another East Bay kid, and Raiders fan radio. I mean, it's hype. I love your show. Love what you guys do. You always represent and you're not one of the fans to hate on Cole. I'm here to say, that Lions game, man, I just had a feeling that it was just like, the defense is going to learn from Houston, and they're not going to let this game slip away. You could just tell that defense, they wanted to win. And another thing I want to point out, the announcers pointed this out, the Raider wide receivers continued running their routes in zone, and they need to learn just to sit in the dead zone and Cole will find them. Waller did it against the Vikings, and yeah, we ended up losing, but he balled out against the Vikings because that's all he did was sit in the dead zone, and Cole found him. Anyway, here's to another victory. Here's to beating the Chokers on Thursday Night Football. Gonna be awesome. Gonna be lit. Been a Raider fan my whole life. My dad brought me into the nation. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Win, lose, or tie. Raiders till I die. Raider Nation, thanks for taking my call.
Right on, dude.
Nicely done, Daniel. Way to go out of the gate, man. For
Heck
a first
yeah,
call
good
around
first
here.
call, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, my friend. And,
2 more, dude.
Yeah, 2 more, and you become a made man. So definitely keep those calls coming. And there again, another family thing. Dad brought him in. Like, that's how this thing goes, man. It's awesome. All right, next up, we're going to hear from our buddy Kevin, the Raider Nerd.
Hello, Raider Fans Radio. Hello, Murf. Hello, Mosh, Swaggy, Capo, and our other made men and women. This is Kevin, the Raider Nerd. I wanted to check in with you after this awesome win in Oakland against the Lions. Really, really fun game to watch. Gosh, a nail biter as well. Josh Jacobs. This guy is the beast. Man, that pick is looking really, really good. And I just want to say to you guys, Murf, Mosh, Swaggy, all the made men that showed up for this game. It was great seeing your pictures. The Biletnikoff Foundation dinner, you guys were awesome. I love the videos. I love the live RFR. You guys look like you were having a blast, and I was living vicariously through you guys. Just want to say, too, a little checkup on that Bears pick. Bears are now 3-4. If the way things are going right now, I think that the Bears might actually have a better pick than we do once the draft comes around. I did want to say, though, coming up, we got the game against the Chargers. We can't sleep on these guys. They did a pounding on the Packers, and it seems like in the past, the Chargers have always kind of played us really hard and sometimes had our number. So I'm actually a little nervous about that game right now. But seeing you guys in Oakland was wonderful, and I just wanted to make an announcement here. Kevin the Raider Nerd is going to be going to the last game in Oakland ever, December 15th against the Jags. And I want to let you guys know that my good friend James Godley actually donated the ticket that I'm going to be sitting next to my good friend Nikki Snow St. Pierre. Maybe a lot of you guys know her. Huge Raider fan, season ticket holder, travels to many, many games. She has a wonderful charity called Kids Get Cancer Too, and it's bringing awareness. And they sell a lot of Raiders memorabilia and stuff like that to help pay for this donation to this wonderful cause. And she is taking this ticket that my friend James donated and putting it up for auction on this page here. So I've shared it on Raider Fans Radio. I've also shared it on my personal page. If you guys want to sit next to me for the last game in Oakland, please head over there. Right now, I think the ticket's around at $200. Cool. They're doing $10 increments. I would love to see one of you guys there from Raider Fans Radio group. That would be great. If you guys are going to be there, any of you from the group for that last game, please let me know. I'd love to meet up with you guys and have a made men hangout, and it'd be a lot of fun. Awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great time in Oakland. Love you all. Google Voice, you're not going to get me this time. I'll talk to you guys later. Kevin, the Raider Nerd, out.
Nice.
Awesome stuff. So Kevin is on Twitter at Spartan Phoenix, or it might be _ Spartan Phoenix, but anyways, you can find Kevin, and that organization is Kids Get Cancer Too. So Raider Nation, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go to that game. I would love to, but we're not going to be able to go. But if you are, and you can go attend the last game in Oakland, then please go out there and bid on that ticket. Bid a lot of money and support that foundation. That's also something else that would be near and dear to our hearts, and so please do that and support them, and go hang out with Kevin the Raider Nerd and watch the last Raider
Well,
game in
yeah.
Oakland.
Right.
That's freaking cool, man. So good stuff from Kevin there. We appreciate you, my friend. Another guy, once again, let's like become family around here. All right, next up, let's hear from our buddy, Coach Davis.
What's up, Murf? What's up, Uncle Mosh? What's up, Swag Jeff? Aaron the Q Dog. Raider. What's up, Raider Nation? This is,
I love it how he does
Nance,
that.
This is award-winning Coach Davis.
The award-winning Coach
I
Davis.
want to say I appreciate
Love it.
y'all going down there in Oakland and representing, not only Raider Nation, but the made men over here, man. We appreciate y'all. Good looking out, man. That's why I support y'all because, I really appreciate what y'all do, man. Man, hell of a game y'all went to. Man, I wish I could have been there. I'll tell you this. I promise you. Next year, I'm going to wait on my tickets and see what all the made men doing, and I'm going to be there. All right? That's my promise to you.
Do it.
And the rest of the made men, I'm going to be there with y'all next year. All right. We're going to be in Cincinnati, though, in a couple weeks, so that's going to be cool. In Oakland, watching them beat up on the Cincinnati Bungles. I didn't even know they had a team anymore. Anyway, yeah. Sunday, Derek Carr did an awesome job, man. He's been doing an awesome job all week. The thing that bugs me about all this is, aside from Good Morning Football, everybody else is trying to jump on nuts now. Y'all kept running y'all's mouth, and even Raider Nation was losing their mind. Get rid of Derek Carr, trade him, and they were like, man, y'all need to look at the whole body of work. This is the first time in his career that he's been in the same system for 2 years, and it's paying off. I went back and started looking at 2016 film, and man, we didn't have that good of a team. I don't even know how we won 12 games when you start looking at it. It's all because of Derek Carr. We actually have receivers now that will hold on to the ball. It's pretty awesome, man. Hunter Renfrow catching touchdowns. Darren Waller, he gonna catch touchdowns. Tyrell Williams, he gonna catch his. You ain't gonna have Amari Cooper dropping 3rd and 7 slant wide open. It's not happening, And so I'm just tired of all these dudes all of a sudden, like, y'all ain't getting a pass from me. You shouldn't get a pass from Raider Nation either. Stephen A. Smith, I don't want to hear you crap. You know what I mean? Jonathan Abrams set you in your place. I don't want to hear you. Max Smellerman, I don't want to hear you either. Oh, and Colin Coward, man, he's all over the nuts. When he was one of the most critical ones of all, I can't stand that dude, man. He wants to sit there. I remember when Derek Carr came back against the Kansas City Chiefs, he was talking about that Derek Carr was the greatest thing he's ever seen. And then, the team doesn't do right by Derek Carr. He had to go through another system, had bullcrap players all around him, and now all of a sudden he's horrible. He's trash. Well, now, just like any other good quarterback, he needs a good supporting cast, and he's shown what he can do. So don't jump on nuts now. We don't want to hear it. We just don't want to hear it. All right. I think that's all I got, man. I'm just...
Google Voice.
Oh, my gosh.
But wait, he called back.
Yeah, he did.
Should have checked my file before you pulled that bullshit. You're going in the trunk.
Google Voice, have fun down there in Texas in the trunk of Coach Davis's car. So this is crazy. So first off, I agree with everything Coach Davis just said, and there's something about that too. And let's hit it quick because we got a few calls still left, and we're running out of time. But I saw a thing today, guys. This is no kidding. We've been saying for a lot of the offseason in this year, like, protect Derek Carr and he'll do better. Absolutely. Like, give him time. There was an article out there that says, well, Derek Carr shouldn't get so much credit for the Raiders' success in offense. It's because their offensive line is so good, and it's really not him, it's them. Is that the most ridiculous? Like, this guy can't get any love from some people regardless of what he does. It's silly.
Unbelievable. And I love what he says about the bandwagon folks. It's crazy because the haters gotta hate, and then there's always those people walking the fence.
Colin Coward. All of a sudden now he's a big proponent of John Gruden, isn't he, Swag?
No, well, yeah, absolutely. Well, like you said, Don't love us when we're 4-4. Don't love us when we're 10-6 at the end of the year when you didn't love us at 4-12.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know,
Absolutely.
just love the guy for what he is. Hell of a quarterback.
Absolutely. All right, so a guy whose fandom is never questioned is our buddy Ruben in Vegas, and let's go to him next.
Hey, what's up, guys? Ruben in Vegas calling, checking in. Pretty emotional win on Monday. You know, good game. Saw you guys posts and pictures on social media and a couple videos you guys posted on YouTube. Good. You guys had a good time, man. Good game, good time. Me and myself, like I said, I'm going to the Bengal game in 2 weeks, and I'm being emotional, man. It's gonna be an emotional time. You know, I live in Vegas now. I'm from Cali. You know, I love Oakland. I love, you know, the Raiders. You know, everything, whatnot. But it's gonna be the last time for me, at least in Oakland. You know, and it's gonna be bittersweet, man, to see all these pictures you guys posted and videos and whatnot. You know, I'll be out there walking around Black Hole Lot, whatnot, Black Hole tailgating. D-Lot, I'm going to walk around the whole place, Raiderville, everything. I'm just going to soak it up, man, because we got to enjoy it, you know. Hopefully we get that win this Thursday night against the Chokers, a.k.a. London Chokers, which is ridiculous. But anyways, like I said, I'll be there in 2 weeks. Hopefully get this win Thursday night. This is Ruben from Vegas. Win, lose, or tie. Raiders till I die.
Nicely done, Ruben. Guys, we didn't even get to the other side of the Coliseum. There's
we didn't.
We didn't even get over there, so I'm with you, Ruben. Get there early and try to soak up as much of it as you possibly can because this is it, man. It's the last ride. But you know what? The next time we head down to the West Coast, or at least the western part of the United States, we're going to see you, my friend, because we're going to be in your backyard.
Well, yeah.
There in Vegas.
We might pitch a tent.
Hey, you got room? You got room at your place? Hey, we might be there for the draft too. So
yeah, you got spare bedroom?
Yeah, can you put us up? I'm just saying. All right.
Uncle Mosh likes Vegas.
He loves it. There might be multiple. Yes, there is going to be multiple Vegas trips. It's just a matter of how frequent and how close together they are. All right, next up, let's hear from our buddy Rev.
What's going on, Murf, Uncle Mosh, Young Swaggo? This is Rev Raider calling from Jersey. Just wanted to start off by showing you guys mad respect, man. It just gave me a sense of pride to be a part of this community, seeing what y'all did, you know, how y'all handled yourselves going over there and representing for Raiders Fan Radio and the Raider Nation, man. So dope, you know, with the Biletnikoff Foundation, man. It, just gave me a great sense of pride, man. This week I didn't even get a chance to, actually watch the game live. I was actually celebrating my son's first birthday, you know, but it was a great weekend altogether, man. You know, saw that we got the dub, got to catch some stuff after, you know, but it made me feel great because we had a good weekend with the win, got to see my son turn 1, you know. A lot of people, I don't tell a lot of people, but my son has been diagnosed with trisomy 21 or Down syndrome. And this kid just keeps defying the odds. Like, everybody's saying he should be in a certain place, but he just he exceeds all those goals that they're setting for him and stuff like that. And, in a Raider Nation fashion, I call him the Just Win baby. You know, so I'm uber proud of him. But just want to talk about the game, man. Definitely loved it, you know, nail biter. But we got that dub. Love it. There's something that I just noticed. If we can play 4 quarters of football, we're a problem. You know, we have yet to get there yet, but we can be a problem. You know, as the saying goes, it's not the elephant that bites, you know, it's the mosquitoes, you know. So it's the little things that the Raiders do that turn around and bite us, like the little penalties here, even though I think the refs, they're just defecating on us on a whole nother level, and it's ridiculous, you know. But it's the little things that we just got to clean up, and we're going to be a problem, man. See a bright future. Looking forward to this week. It's a tough matchup. We got to get this dub. We got to protect home. But that's all I got, man. Mad respect again. You know, it was a dope weekend seeing y'all enjoying yourselves, man. I can't wait to go to the live game when we go see the Jets and stuff like that. So I'm excited about that, just watching you guys get excited live. But love the show as always. Peace.
Oh, I appreciate our friend Rev Raider, and mad respect back at you, man. And
Absolutely.
And happy birthday to the Just Win baby, man. I
love
that.
that.
Is so
That's
friggin'
so cool.
I hope he's got a shirt.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
That would be so cool. And so, and so happy birthday to him. And we appreciate you, if you were able to live vicariously through us and our experience, then that's what it was all about, because you're the ones, again, we've said it 100 times in the beginning of the show, and I want to reiterate it, that you guys get the credit for this thing. It was all about the listeners of RFR, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, Rev, and we did it on your behalf and everybody else that contributed. And so we're just, we're flattered to be and humbled to be a part of it. So thank you very much for your kind words. All right, let's close it out, guys. Let's hear from our buddy and the Canary Islands. I feel like I should be playing like the R&B music again, because it's Raider Born Rico.
What's up, Raider Nation? Raider Born Rico here. So as I know all the Raider team is listening to the show, I'm going to make some calls in. First of all, welcome to the active roster, Isaiah Johnson. Man, here you got the chance to make happy our Capo Q-Dog. First of all, you got the size, but listen, you got speed, you got hands, you got vision. I think you can ball out. I got a lot of faith in you. Welcome, go and deliver it, man. The D-line, listen, I hate quarterbacks. Let's be clear on that. I hate them. Yes, it's cool to see them throwing down the field deep, the escapism, the Hail Mary situation, the drama, blah, blah, blah. I like to see them face down, eating the grass, or get intercepted. So to all the D-line, go and bring the pain. Now, to all the team, especially wide receivers and defensive backs. Listen, nobody is better than you if you believe in your powers. Go out there and bring excellence to the game. And then, Raider Nation, be loud, please. We hate the enemy, especially this enemy. So go out there, defend the territory, defend the zone, and bring the hate. Then, last but not least,
I love it.
Swag Jeff. You're a Raider, man. I mean, it takes you a while to understand who you really are, but you definitely a Raider. So go and push the button of round of applause for yourself, man. You deserve it. So with all that say, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I'm out.
Nice
You're the man,
job,
Rico.
Rico is the absolute man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you got some love.
I'm all
there
about
from
some
Rico.
love. I'm all about some Rico
especially
love.
from
yeah,
Rico.
you are.
Like,
oh my gosh.
He's smooth.
Oh my gosh, he made my heart putter. Oh my gosh.
All right, Mosh, what do we got for the rundown?
All right. So let me do my sizzler first.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, you said what do we got for the road gallery.
No, rundown.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry, I'm a little mumbles over here.
All right, so we had some great emails, of course, and I got to tell you, Paulie Paul was there when
if we were short on time, I'd play 30 seconds of Paul.
Oh my gosh, when he hit me, when he hit us, fellas, with that crack on Honey Shell, we knock out another kid. Rivers is back. Phillips Honey Shell. I thought I was going to lose it, and I thought this is going to be Paulie's. This is going to be Paulie's second sizzler. What did he say?
Ron says when Rico speaks, Philip gets the urge to impregnate.
I'm going to jump down and talk about Rico right away. So Raider born Rico, he was, and this is a little competition for the capo.
Okay.
I think he was speaking directly to London Breeze.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Hey now.
All right, then caller 951 started us off. A shout out to everybody. Talked a little bit about penalties. Big Raider trucker shouted out to the memory of such a great experience. Daniel said he loved the show. It was a great first call. Kevin the Raider Nerd, he's going to the last game, mentioned that great charity, and you can get a link off of our stuff from that about selling that tickets. Of course, Coach Davis, going to be with us next year. He said he's going to make it out to Vegas. It was a great take on the bandwagon, and he followed. But his phrase that He's all over them nuts. When he was talking about people on the bandwagon, I was dying. Ruben in Vegas going to soak up his last game at Oakland. I get it. We get it. Swaggy J and I hadn't been there, and Swaggy never been there, and I hadn't been there in a million years. We brought it all in. But Rev, man, you showed some mad respect. Prayers for you and your son. Love the name, man. The Just Win Baby. And,
so good.
In the way that we do things around here, where we've always said it's family first. Baby, you got you a Sizzler. Sizzler for Just Win Baby.
Nice.
Sizzler.
Sizzler. Sizzler.
Sizzler.
Sizzler.
Nice.
We are Metallica, and we are here
for your Oakland Raiders.
You know why we out here, and we ain't playing around today.
From The Walking Dead to errant Jedi Knights, Raiders fans are a rogues gallery.
Congratulations to Rev Raider. I don't have favorites, but he's one of my favorites. Appreciate his call as always, and great job on earning the Sizzler Award. I will have to refer to the Sizzler scorekeeper as far as when the next, what the tallies are in terms of like the Sizzler leaders on the board there.
He's
Mosh,
up there.
He's up there. He's got to be. But anyways, we appreciate all of you tonight in the chat. Coach Davis and Harley, the Big Easy, Full Metal Mexican, Hardcore Raider, Swag Jeff, of course, Darth Vader Raider, Aaron the Q-Dog Raider. I can't scroll up. Raider Ramon's in there. So many of you. Thank you for supporting Raiders Fan Radio in the multitude of ways that you do. You are the best. You are what this show is all about, and we cannot thank you enough. Uncle Mosh, take us home.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening tonight, checking us out the way you did. This is your old Uncle Mosh, and I'm giving you a shout-out from Murf and Swaggy J. You've been listening to Raiders Fan Radio, where we've taken a lighter side journey into the dark side. Don't forget, what happens in Vegas started in Oakland. Good night, everybody. God bless.
Good night.
Don't forget to hit that button.
Which one?
Smash the bell.
The like button.
Oh, yeah, like our videos.
Like them.
We have 37 likes and 0 dislikes. Mosh, hit the button.
Must not have hit the dislike button.
Oh, I already hit it. I can change it.
Did you smash the wrong button?
No, I hit the... Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
For him, it was the wrong button.
Yeah. No, guys.